All right, we should be up and ready to go. I tried to fix a couple of things about the stream before I got started today, so hopefully everything's up and running. I especially want to know if the background music is finally like balanced properly with my voice, because I keep screwing that up. Like, for whatever reason, I just can't seem to figure out how to like make the frickin' like my voice and the audio like work together. Gambit, good morning. Welcome, my friend. It's Monday, and I don't know if you had a massive snowstorm in your part of the world, but holy hell, we are absolutely buried here. Oh, Lemon Zest, good morning. Oh, so I think I finally figured out like what's going on with my computer, because I was running into this issue a little bit too, like before the live stream. I think it has something to do with that multi-port thing, and I don't think it's broken. I just think like that was the cause of the issue, because it was giving me a weird issue before the stream too. So that I think is the source of like my computer woes from this weekend. Once I unplugged it and like plugged everything back directly into the computer, everything worked fine again. I do stream. Escape, welcome, my friend. It's good to see you. How are you doing this morning? I hope everybody's well. I'm trying to stay warm. It is ridiculously cold here. I am sitting in my comfy pink cloud chair, though. I have my Hatsune Miku blanket wrapped around me for additional warmth. I have my oversized hoodie on. I've got like very comfy, like thick, sleepy pants on. Trust me, I am huddled up as best as possible. And I figured, well, what better way to hunker down and survive the remaining part of this stupid snowstorm than with all of you. I didn't really feel like playing any games today. I know like we were supposed to do a game today, but I figured just because I haven't gotten a lot of sleep over the weekend, we could just chit chat today. What's going on, Escape? What's on your mind, my friend? But now Miss Rain streams, so I'm happy. Well, I'm glad that I could be a source of joy in your life, because all of you have been a source of joy in mine. Stream scuffed? I mean, the stream's always scuffed. Oh, god damn it. It's really scuffed, though. Holy shit. It's really scuffed. Oh, god. So, I kind of, like, knew this might happen. That's why I didn't start playing the game. Oh, no. Alright, so I'm gonna try to articulate this. Hopefully it, like, comes through properly. So, like, one of the things I was a little worried about today was, like, every time I have a snowstorm, my freaking connection gets, like, really bad. So, we're gonna try it. We're trying today. We are trying, but that's why we're like, we're not going to do a game or anything today. We're just going to kind of chill and hang out and just kind of even see if I can get the stream to like function. Like, because I'm looking at it right now and it's like bouncing back and forth between, we have a really good connection. The connection's not so good. The connection's really horrible. The connection's not so good. The connection's horrible. Okay, the connection's good again. It's literally like it can't make up its mind. It doesn't know what it wants to be. It doesn't know if it wants to be well connected or not. It's not bad for me. I mean, like I said, we're gonna try it for a little bit. See how it goes. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? The entire live stream just crashes out? I mean, it's still... I like hanging out with all of you. I did change the background since we're, like, kind of heading out of the holidays. I figured the fire wasn't super suitable anymore. So, I updated that a little bit. And, here. So, hopefully this works. I haven't had a chance to, like, really test out how the like, elements interacted yet. But, can you see... my logo behind it? You cannot. God damn it. Well, you can a little bit. Okay, so it does work a little. I was kind of hoping. I gotta fix the blending on it. I've almost got it to where I want it to be, though. But, like, that was the idea behind behind it, like, is just like, so it kind of like adds a little bit of extra pizzazz to the background. Like, while we're doing the chatting stuff, like, while we're playing games, it doesn't matter. We don't need this, right? But, like, while we're over here on this screen, I figured, well, hey, it's just something a little more interesting on the eyes, I suppose. I tried looking for clouds. You'd be shocked. It's so hard to find, like, a looping cloud background for your stream. I don't know how to address that. Like, I might have to find something that's, like, kind of digitally made so it loops perfectly. Because if you look for natural clouds, and this makes sense to me now that I think about it, natural clouds don't loop. Right? Like, there's no looping natural clouds. You're always going to get a shot of clouds that are just, like, imperfect and always different. So that's one of the things I updated before the stream. And then, because I'm, like, really super bad about bringing shit up on the live stream, and I always feel super self-conscious about it, well, now when we do the chatting stuff, I kind of just put, like, all the, like, little, like, stuff that I bought from my shop down in, like, the bottom corner. And I guess if it's something that interests you, well, thanks for peeking. You know, it's there if it's something that catches your eye, I guess. Yeah. So, but, like, here's the thing. Here's, like, where I'm landing on, like, my comfort zone with this kind of stuff, right? As a YouTuber, I have several options. And, like, with the way that the sponsorships look on YouTube, and, like, I've been looking at these offers for a while and been trying to get things going, right? Every sponsorship comes with some sort of weird strings attached, or really doesn't, like, seem to benefit me very much at all, right? Like, I'm making it this, like, big part of my video. I'm adding this whole thing to, like, my part of the video and telling my community and directing them to go to something, and it very much doesn't always benefit me. Sometimes it's, like, actively bad for the community, and, like, in some cases, like, the whole honey thing is actively bad for the YouTuber to do it. So, you know, as weird as this is for me, like, the comfort zone that I've, like, kind of landed on is, well, at least I'm sponsoring myself when I do something like this. It's my artwork. It's all stuff that I've created, right? So I have the final say on all of it. And, you know, I've bought all of it, so I know, I at least know it's all good quality. There are a lot of scam sponsors, especially targeting small creators who don't have much choice. I made a video in the past about this. There was a microphone company that tried to reach out to me, and they're like, hey, we want to do a sponsorship deal. We really want you to get this microphone and do a review on your channel. And we really think your microphone would be, like, really great for your content. And, like, the way they pitched it to me made sense, because I was like, oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, I agree. A microphone would make a lot of sense, right? So I read the offer, and it's like, you've got to buy the microphone, and they pay you back based on how well your video did. So basically what they're doing is they're just selling you a discount microphone and asking you to sell it to your audience. And if you, like, are a good, like, little, like, referral person for their company, then maybe you get the microphone for free. Maybe. But if not, then, well, hey, you just bought a discount microphone. But hey, we're business partners, right? So we sold it to you on the DL for extra cheap. Except anybody could take advantage of this offer. You don't need to prove you're a YouTuber. And, right? Like, this is so fucking ridiculous. Anyways, make sure, like, if you do content creation in any capacity, you really make sure you read the terms and conditions before you just, like, sign the dotted line. I haven't fully agreed to do anything except for one sponsorship. They're not paying me to do it. I'm doing it from the kindness of my heart. It's queued up for, like, 2 videos that are going to be coming out on Life of Raining. But, yeah. They're not paying me, though. I'm doing it because I want to help them, but, like, I'm framing it as a sponsorship thing because they are doing something nice for the community if, like, you sign up for it. So it is kind of like a sponsored thing, but, whatever. I want to try it anyways. But it's like, you know, I have two paths I can follow here. I can, you know, do the please support the live stream by like buying my stuff, and or just like supporting it directly, like through Ko-Fi or by like doing like super chats and stuff. And I can use that money to help fund like the new videos on this channel. Or I could try to go the sponsorship route, which I don't know. Between the two of them, the sponsorship route seems more bad to me. I would really like, I mean, and maybe this is just me being a little pie in the sky, but I would really like if, like, I don't know, I could sell, like, stuff with my art on it, right? Like, it's not just junk, I guess. Like, I don't know. I can't really speak to the quality of anybody else's product but my own, right? Sup, nerds? Hey, Baytran. You're like, didn't you spend like 2 hours this morning trying to figure out how to make a Guild Wars 2? Listen, like, if you're gonna throw stones, make sure you're not living in a cutie glass house there, my friend. How you doing this morning? Yes, at least you admit to it. I just spent another hour cleaning out the ice. I'm assuming from the winter storm that I also... Hold on, let me look out my window. Did it finally stop snowing? It's kind of hard to tell because it's like a little hazy out still and there's a lot of wind. It looks like it finally stopped snowing where I live though. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. I can't tell. Because the music is both playing through the player, and if I do it through, like, the OBS pass-through, I can't, like, actually tell. Like, because it's playing both the musics at the same time. So, like, this music is too loud. Please let me know. Like, I really need to know. We are not doing another live stream where it's, like, my voice is drowned out by the music. So if this music is too loud, which I'm suspicious that it is, let me know. It should just be like comfortably playing in the background and not like interrupting like what I'm saying. We have sun now, so some things are melting, but tonight it's gonna freeze again, so it'll be crazy. Well, I mean, you live in like the middle like part of the United States. You all don't get like a ton of this type of weather down there. I've lived in your region before. I am very familiar with how people drive in that area when this kind of stuff happens. Good luck. That's all I gotta say. It's probably gonna take a day or two in your area for like all of that to get cleared out like properly. It's not like where I live where like by tomorrow afternoon all of this is gonna be totally fine. This is just like business as usual for like the Northeast, right? But like for everyone else who has to suffer through this, this is not a normal event. I didn't even notice there was sounds until you brought it up. So maybe the music is too low. Hold on, let me turn the music up a little. So how about now? Can you hear the music now? Is the music too loud? Like, because, again, I don't want it to drown out my voice. I want it to just be loud enough where it's like you could hear it. Now it's too loud. Okay. And now it's, like, kind of okay-ish, maybe. Let's just keep it here. I don't care anymore. I don't want to mess with it. I'm done. I'm done messing with it. I've tinkered with enough bullshit already. I'm tired of tinkering. I do like the colors of the like little swirly background I picked though. It's so cute. It's got pink and blue and purple and it's got a little splash of red in it. It has like all my favorite things in it and it's like subtle too. I didn't want it to be like, I wanted to have a darker background too because like for anybody who's watching at night, like, it's already, like, my avatar is already projecting enough brightness on your screen. I figured this out by, like, watching my own live streams back at night for, like, looking for clips and stuff. Oh, by the way, I wanted to talk about this and bring this up on live stream. I'm not doing it for this live stream, but for whatever game we're playing on Wednesday, I'm going to show you all for the next couple of live streams how to clip on YouTube. And what's going to happen is anybody who clips any content through YouTube and puts a link in the Discord under the live stream, like the live stream clips thing, I'm going to start using those, and I'm going to go back through all the, like, the funny ones that, like, people have done over, like, the past, like, week and a half. I'm going to get those edited up later today and tomorrow, get those published. Whoever, like, clipped that, you get your name in, like, the corner, like, your username. And I thought that'd be a fun way to give credit to anybody who clips, like, a funny moment during the live stream. Because it, like, also really helps me out a lot, too. It saves me a ton of time of having to, like, rewatch content. So I thought that'd be, like, a fun way to, like, kind of help each other out, since you're all watching it anyways. And it's way easier for me to determine if something's funnier if somebody, like, posts it and was like, yeah, that's actually really funny. You know? Oh, who would have thunk, like, if somebody, like, confirms that something's funny, I know it's funny now. It's worth, like, turning into content. ZT, welcome to the stream. I just wanted to clear the car because Taco Bell has, like, the crispy chicken nuggets back, and I wanted some because they're so good. Baytran, we've been through this. We've been through this, my friend. It's not worth it. Taco Bell is not worth it. Like, I know it's delicious. I know it's delicious because I like Taco Bell too, but I have to say no to it. It never ends well for me. It never ends well for me. And right, somebody tried to tell me once before it's because you go to Taco Bell, like, because I used to be guilty, like, when I was younger, right, like, in my 20s, right, I used to do the old tried and true, like, go to, like, the Taco Bell at 2 a.m. after I've been drinking, right, and somebody used to tell me it's because I was drinking, and then I ate, like, the greasy food on top of it, and that's what, like, was making my stomach upset. But I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank in a long time, and I still eat Taco Bell, and it still makes me sick. So somebody explain that. But, like, I think it's the oil in the grease or something. I don't know, but good luck there, my friend. Not hearing the music had to be caused by shit speakers or too much noise. Okay. Well, like, if we can, like, I don't know. Whatever, like, the music is there, like, it's just supposed to be, like, kind of there in the background anyways, like, it's not, like, it's part of the stream, but it's also not, like, the predominant part of it, so as long as it's, like, mildly noticeable, I'm happy. The crispy nuggets are worth it if they have the Chipotle ranch, but what if you get out there and they're like, we're so sorry, because of the winter storm, we have no Chipotle ranch. Also, like, after a storm like this, I really hate that everybody's like, well, time to dig out, and the first thing we're gonna do is try to, like, go back to work immediately. It's like, I get it, like, we need to, like, can we spend maybe a few more hours, like, recovering from this shit before, like, we all get the sense of urgency to just go back to normal, right? Like, I get we have modern technology, like, the downtime isn't as long as it needed to be, like, in the olden days, like, when we were, like, plowing roads with, like, horses and chariots. I don't even think that was a thing, honestly. Could you imagine hooking up, like, a horse, like, 2 horses to a modern snowplow and trying to plow the road with it? I don't think it's possible. I think they'd have to drag it, right? And even then, like, would 2 horses be able to even, like, do that? I don't think they're strong enough. I mean, maybe if you got a bunch of them, but really, like, at a certain point, like, is it even worth it? That's a lot to coordinate. That's a lot of logistics just to clear, like, one road. Anyways, I don't think they did it that way back in the olden days. Greasy food should make alcohol less bad. You know, I've always heard that, but, like, I don't think that's necessarily true. I think that's just, it makes you feel better because it tastes good. I don't know, like, it's emotionally gratifying. I would really like to hear a doctor comment on that. Like, because, like, I've always grown up with that, but if you think about it, right, have you ever heard your doctor go, oh, yeah, you're hungover, definitely eat, like, the greasiest thing you can find, and you're gonna definitely be fine, right? Like, my doctor's always been like, oh, yeah, like, would you like an IV of, like, some fluids, or, like, you can go get some, like, electrolyte sports drink or something, that'll help, right? Like, the doctor doesn't tell me to go, like, eat a giant grease bomb. But, like, that's what everybody tells you to do, though. Oh, Demozan, welcome to the stream, my friend. Sorry, I almost missed your chat there. Hello, my 2 projects have been going on very well to a point. Me and Nuki is getting close to finishing them. I'm looking forward to playing at the end of the week. I might do a Vox Libre stream on Wednesday because, like, I'm not super prepared. There's a lot that I need to catch up with on the SMP, so we might do it twice this week. But if not, I might play Terraria tomorrow. I'm still not 100% sure, but we're doing something. Something's going down, but we're doing at least Terraria and Vox Libre. And if we don't do Terraria this week, I'll just do it again next week. Kenshin, welcome to the stream, my friend. Just add more horsepower. What we really need is horse girls. Listen, you get a bunch of those Uma horse girls. You get Vaca and Scarlet, especially Scarlet. She can light the way. She'll be like our Rudolph, right? With her fiery will and determination, the snow doesn't stand a fucking chance. All right, that was so ridiculous. Why is it so cold outside? It's too cold. I know, it's ridiculous. I really hate this kind of weather. My cat's almost made me tripped. Oh yeah, no. Like, my cat Jules is so bad about that. She's so bad about it too. It's the one bad thing, like, that she does that, like, consistently I'm like, one of us is gonna get hurt one of these days with her doing it. Because what she wants is she wants the treat, so she does, like, the wander between, like, the legs thing, which if I had the dexterity to move my, like, feet normally, it wouldn't be a problem. I could just step around her. But sometimes she, like, perfectly puts herself right in the exact spot I'm putting my foot down, and I don't have time to correct for this. So there's going to be, like, a collision, or I have to, like, pick my foot up in a weird, awkward way and kind of, like, stumble around the cat. Like, it's like, and I'm like, Jules, please, like, come on. Like, one of us is gonna, like, get hurt in this situation one of these days, right? Like, I know you want treats, but, like, let's take it down a notch, right? Like, maybe just, like, 1 or 2 notches for everybody's safety. I don't blame her, though. She gets really excited about treats. Really excited. And if you don't give her the treats, then she gets mouthy about it, right? I mean, I kid you not, too. Like, if you, like, forget the treats, I will walk out of this room later. Now, she got treats already this morning, so she'll be fine. But if I, like, let's say I'd forgotten them before I did the live stream, and I did, like, several hours of streaming, and I walk out that door, that cat will be sitting, like, waiting in the hallway, and the first thing she will do is yell at me. And not, like, a subtle meow, too. She will be like, wah! Like that. Like, it's, like, almost like a cat, like, screech. It's not a hiss. It's just her, like, reminding me that I've screwed up, and she's had to sit here for hours treatless. Completely treatless. Now, not foodless. She's got a full food, like, thing of, like, food. We have, like, those, like, little cat tower things, right? She gets, like, a fresh bowl of water, like, every other day, right? So she's, like, totally fine. Except we didn't get the treats. So, like, she will sit there and stew about it for hours and hours and hours. And it, like, she's like, it's like she has, like, pent up rage about it, though. Like, that first meow that comes out of her mouth, she, like, you know, you're like, okay, I'm sorry I forgot your treats. Like, let me get them for you. I'm like, please, just, like, one more moment. She is an old cat, though, so it's, like, it's really forgivable. She is in her teens, so. You need to eat stuff during the drinking at a reasonable rate. I think that's like the better solution, Gombek. I think you've landed on the right answer. I don't drink anymore, but fried chicken did help me feel better after hangovers. Might have just been the chicken though. Yeah, I don't know if it's specifically fried chicken. It could just be the protein from the chicken. I don't drink anymore either. I'm not going to put any of this to the test. I have zero interest in consuming any alcohol forever for the rest of my life. No, thank you. I'm good. Hard pass for me. Y'all can do that if you want. I'm not going to like specifically advocate for it. I'm also not going to tell people not to drink because like as long as you're an illegal adult and you're in a legal situation to make that situation, like, I don't know, think for yourselves, right? But like just take care of yourselves, right? Like be smart about the decisions that you make and the things that you put in your body, right? The snow is powerless against the horse, Yuri. Just ones and zeros. Welcome to the stream. I fully agree with you. If we had Scarlet out there, it wouldn't stand a chance. Scarlet and Vodka. Listen, Scarlet's gonna light the way, and Vodka will be there for when you get back. She'll be serving the hot chocolate. Nuki, welcome to the stream. I see you there, cutie. Demozan was just saying that you're almost done with a couple of projects, and I was mentioning that I may do an extra Vox Libre stream on Wednesday to start getting caught up. I may also pop in tomorrow or Thursday before the stream on Friday to also do the same thing. So I might not necessarily be streaming, but you'll see me on the server a little bit more frequently in the next couple of days. Kenshin, my dogs are the same way. They will scratch my legs until I give them treats. Well, alright, so my mom's dogs do this. She has 3 dachshunds. They're absolutely spoiled, rotten. She loves them to death, right? I don't blame her, right? Her dogs are adorable. I'm not a huge fan of dogs, right? Like, it should be obvious I'm a cat girl, right? Like, that should have been pretty obvious, right? But I love dogs. They're still adorable. Like, I do love them. I just... like, if I had to pick, right, cats are, like, obviously the #1 in my heart. But I still love dogs, right? She has 3 dachshunds. They're absolutely spoiled, rotten, right? So one of them has a really good strategy. So what he does is that he'll, like, see that people are eating at the table, and he'll go over and he'll start whining at my mom's ankles, right? And then he'll start like scratching himself because he's got like an allergy issue. So he'll start scratching himself like he's got like an allergy problem, right? And my mom will pick him up to baby him. And then what he does is he tries to go for some kind of bite on your plate, because now you've picked him up and he's nearby close enough to the food where he can make an attempt to steal it. And I'm like, you freaking scammer! You're scamming us right now. You literally came over here to guilt trip my mother to like try to steal a bite of the food on the table? Like, what the hell? Anyway, so they're adorable, but they're also very mischievous. You have to make them compete who plows the most snow. That's right. You got to make it a racetrack, right? You got to make it like a training event for them, right? It's strength training. Hey, listen, they do it on the beach with the big giant tire, right? Like, we see them pull it. If they could do that, then maybe they can do this. Well, I have great news. I'm going to therapy tomorrow. Congratulations. Therapy is never a bad thing. We should never, ever, ever make fun of anybody for making the choice to go to therapy. It's a good thing. We should all do more to talk more about our feelings. And talking about them with somebody who's, like, trained to help you, like, properly process those emotions is definitely a very, very healthy decision. So, head pats in the chat. I'm all for it. I'm thinking about doing the same. It's expensive though. The problem is I've been looking into it and the cost is very high for me. I have been looking into like group therapy and like other like LGBTQ resources in my area that are, you know, like that don't cost me anything. I would like to go to like a formalized therapy session to talk about like issues like regarding my accident and stuff like that. But like that's something I'm gonna have to put a pin in until I can afford it. But there are free resources out there. And also in my Discord, I know like a lot of people overlook this, but there are links to like resources in the Discord. I'm not gonna like, I'm not a professional. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what you need, but there are links for like places to get started in the Discord. So if you do need resources for stuff like that, it is available. Our dog loves jumping in chairs and then will stare at food but will not take a bite. At least your dogs have discipline, but the problem is because my mom chooses to spoil them, they have like zero self-control. They're just gonna do it. And the thing is too, is like she doesn't even yell at them for it, right? She's just like, Oliver, oh, you're such a naughty boy, right? Like, but it's not even like really criticizing the dog for doing it, right? So like they don't even really think they're doing anything wrong, right? And I get it because she loves them. She loves them. She loves them to death. And I get it. People love spoiling their pets, right? And they're her dogs. It's her food. It's her situation. It has nothing to do with me. So I'm not going to get upset on her behalf. If they were my dogs, I definitely wouldn't like allow for that kind of behavior. But again, that's me. So they are adorable though. Like, I mean, it's so hard, especially when you love something and it'll give you unlimited love, especially the more you spoil it. It's so hard to say no. It really is, right? Like, I kind of like dug my own grave with like the way that Jules interacts with me on the treats, because like at the end of the day, I like giving her treats too. Like, it's a positive interaction for me too. Now, has she turned it into like a whole other thing? Oh yeah, she definitely has, right? But she would have never learned that behavior if we didn't teach it to her to begin with, right? Like, we kind of have to like take ownership of that. Oh, no worries. I came into the stream recently. Oh, Maddie, hiya. Oh, goodness. I've been meaning to reach out to you. I'm so sorry. Like, with my birthday this weekend and everything, it's just like I had so much stuff up in the air. I'm glad I'm doing a chatting live stream. Me and you, Cutie Pie, when we have time, I know you've got your own stuff going on, right, in your life. But I want to start getting the emoji and the sticker project going again. I know I said I was going to, like, circle back on that, like, God, I think it was, like, a week ago, right? But, like, then everything else happened. But I didn't want to forget about that. We've got, like, what I need to do is I need to sit down and, like, find all the stuff we've sent and talked about, determine which ones are going to be better stickers and which ones are going to be better emojis. The ones that are emojis, the backgrounds need to be removed. And the ones that are stickers, it doesn't matter if they have backgrounds on them or not. In fact, actually, maybe a background wouldn't be, like, the most horrible thing. But, like, I just need to sit down. We, like, kind of just have to sit down and figure out, like, okay, what is what? What are we using this for? Like, is this going to be part of the sticker thing? Is this going to be an emoji thing? Like, we just got to, like, do some logistics there. That's really the only thing that was holding me back, is just I wasn't 100% sure. Because, like, the last thing I don't want to... Also, I have something I need to do for you, too. So, like, also touch base with me on Discord. We need to set a couple things up, too, that are art-related. So, like, also, like, hit me up for that as well. Oh, yeah, I'll be able to talk to you about that? Okay, all right, no worries. Yeah, well, no rush either. Like, also, like I've said from, like, the very start, like, and I finally get a chance to say this, like, in a way that, like, I can articulate. Really, like, there's no rush on this. Like, I do want to, like, get the ball rolling on it again, but, like, if you're busy, if you've got, like, IRL stuff going on, that's always your priority. Yeah, we'll talk after the stream. I'm looking forward to it. I touched base with Leon last night, about some streams that I want to do with her. She got back to me. I haven't had a chance to talk to her again about it, but I'm really looking forward to that as well. We've got to do some logistic work there before we can get those streams going though. Peeps, welcome to the stream. It's good to see ya. Detective Ratio Kun, welcome. I saw your comment. I haven't had a chance to respond to all the comments and on all the channels. Also, I know that I've been forgetting to respond to comments on Life of Raining. Actually checked that this morning. I was like, holy crap, there are so many comments I've completely ignored for 15 days. I am so sorry. I promise you I'm gonna get that cleaned up. Holy smokes. Well, I mean, when I default log in, even when I watch YouTube content, I watch it on this channel that we're all interacting with right now, I kind of sometimes forget the other YouTube channels exist until it's time for me to update something there and do some work there. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I run these channels and it's probably a good idea if I check the comments there once in a while, right? I meant to say you. Oh my lord, it's fine. No worries. Listen, I get streamer brain all the time. There are so many things I've articulated either incorrectly or just in a really weird way that didn't really make sense after 5 seconds of thinking it through. Also, there are things that I say to people during live stream and I'm like, yeah, no worries, we'll take care of that afterwards. Then completely forget for 3 weeks. Then I suddenly have a heart attack when I'm trying to sleep in the middle of the night one night. And I'm like, oh my god, I remember that one live stream and I told that person I was gonna do it and I never did it. And oh my god, they're probably so mad at me. But you know how often I go back to circle back with that person and they're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that too. So I stressed myself out for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Yes, I do this to myself a lot. Oh no, the streams. Well, that's why we're not doing a game today, peeps, because we have a really bad winter storm that has been going through the area for the past 24 hours now. So I didn't really want to do gaming. It was just going to be too much stress. We could do games on Wednesday and Friday. I could go back to doing art this week. I had to catch up on 20 plus assignments. Yeah, so that's kind of the problem I'm having right now too with my art. I got really frustrated. I was really glad because Anna, she's one of the moderators in the Discord. She's a moderator here on the streams too. You all know her. Most 90% of you in the chat right now know exactly who I'm talking about. So thankfully Anna was there for me last night because I vented to her. I was I'm very frustrated right now. I'm not getting anything done. And I tried to draw last night because I was in a bad mood and I haven't been able to sit down and do a drawing for a month now. And you all know me. You know how much I love art. You know how often I've drawn in the past, right? I draw very frequently. And I haven't been able to do a single drawing. I haven't even been able to doodle anything that's even worth posting about. That I think even looks okay enough. That isn't some sort of weird chicken scratch that I put on paper for a month. So I tried to sit down last night and do that. And I ended up just getting really upset with myself. I couldn't really make any good progress on the drawing. It just kept getting frustrated. I started thinking about other things and I'm just well, what am I doing? I've got so much other stuff I've got to work on. And I eventually just gave up and I deleted the drawing, which is almost something I never do. Also, I usually will save my work, right? And I'll be okay, fine, I'll just deal with it later, right? If I really want to, I'll just go back and redraw it. But I deleted it. I was so frustrated about it. I actually deleted the drawing. And then I vented to Anna just about how frustrated I am, how backed up I am on all the content and on all the plans that I made. And it's very frustrating because like I want to like treat myself good, and I want to do like the things that are good for my health and like the best behaviors for me, right? That are supportive for like my disability and stuff like that. But I also can't also do that all the time and then like let everything backslide and like have all these issues in the background and then nothing gets done. And I don't know, like it's really hard to do all of this by myself. So I think I've like, after like I've kind of vented about it and like kind of pouted about like why I'm frustrated for a few minutes, I think I came up with a plan. It's kind of putting a little pressure on myself. It's not going to be the worst though. I think it makes sense, at least on paper. I'm sorry you're going through that. It's okay. Try drawing a shape, then doing a sketch within it, like a square. Yeah, oh, hi, Mr. Bad for Names. It's good to see you. It's not that. I think, honestly, it's the outside factors, right? It's what I've been going through recently. It's the stress of not being able to get the work done in ways that I want to. I'm frustrating myself, and because I'm frustrating myself and I'm not able to complete my projects, right, that's affecting my ability to sleep, right? It's affecting my ability to work on, like, things that I genuinely want to work on, like my art, because, like, I'm too, like, caught up in like the negativity on other stuff that I can't get done. So like the big move that I'm making so that I can get like the documentary done, so I can finally follow up on all the stuff that I've been doing for like the fundraiser, there's only a couple things left that like need to be done for that. So like I'm just going to start working on those things. I'm going to start working on the documentary. I'm going to start working on the content for the new channels. What I really need to start doing, though, is I need to take some of the donations that you've all been, like, super awesome about, like, giving to me, like, this entire time. And once a month, I'm going to hire an editor to make a gaming video for this channel. Now, the reason why the gaming videos is because that is, out of all the content that I make for myself, because I still will be making 99% of the content on all 4 of my YouTube channels, right? But the reason why is because I'm just bad at making them. It's stressful for me to make that content. It's really difficult for me to do it, and I just genuinely don't love it. But what I've found myself doing for like the past like week and a half, 2 weeks now, is spinning my wheels trying to like edit together like sequences for this gaming video and like burning myself out on all of this work, not really making any good progress on it, when I could just make the decision to just say, all right, well, maybe I can hire one person to do this one video for me. We could do it once a month, so it's not too expensive. And then that frees me up to work on everything else I need to work on going forward. And then I could just do it and just not have to worry. And here's the thing, I don't really care if the videos make the money back that I spend on them. I just want them to be really good videos that just like represent the good time that we all had on live stream. Like, really, that's the point of it too. Like, I'm not really in it to make money on the video. Like, that's not the point of doing the video. The point of doing the video is just like cut out the filler from the live stream, summarize the best parts of it, and like, hey, here, we had an adventure together. Like, if you want to see it, here you go. But like, that's like kind of what I'm shifting towards, and like that's kind of why I've had to like make decisions on like the shop and whether or not I want to take sponsorships, or if I'm going to just try to sponsor myself, which I think that's the direction I'm going to go in. I'm just going to sponsor myself. You are all the sponsors of my YouTube channels. Congratulations. So if you've ever bought a membership, if you've ever sent me a super head pat, or if you've ever just like hit the like button or shared like one of my links, guess what? You are now a sponsor of this YouTube channel. Congratulations. This YouTube channel is now sponsored by all of you. Welcome. I know that feels a little corny, but it also feels good. Like, I mean, hey, we're doing this as a community, right? Like, if we all love it, right? Like, why not? And now I'm only beholden to the community. I'm never beholden to, like, anyone else on the platform. right? Like, I don't have to worry about pissing off, like, I don't know. Like, what are one of those stupid sponsors that everybody, like, gets? What's one of the really dumb ones, too? Like, what's that stupid water bottle one? I can't remember the name of it. The one that, like, apparently, like, you could smell the water, but it, like, everybody who gets it tells me it smells like crap. But now I'm glad I'm not saying what the brand name is, because now I'm talking shit about it. Like, I don't want them to, like, come after me, right? So, like, let's not mention what the brand is, right? But apparently there's, like, a water bottle. They make, like, a scented thing. You drink and smell it at the same time, but everybody who says they bought it says it smells like shit. So, yeah, like, I don't want to do that. That sucks. Like, that seems really crappy. And, like, that doesn't really help me, right? Like, if you go to my shop and buy something, at least I get a little bit of that money, and you're buying my art. Yay. I like that. I like the idea of that. Yay, I'm a sponsor. Oh, okay, I'm not going to say it. You all got the right answer.
You all got the right answer. Super head patted $5.85. Cool idea. Underscore rain you pats rain.
It reads out my emojis. Are you shitting me? Oh my goodness, that's so amazing. Also, everybody, head pats in the chat for Mr. Badfoot Dames. Thank you. You're getting the ball rolling this week. You're getting the ball rolling for me this week. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you like it, right? Like, I've thought about it because, like, the one thing I have always mentioned to, like, all my friends on the side, like, and I know I don't bring this up to all of you, like, a lot, right? I'm going to start trying to be better about that kind of stuff, like, because I do want to, like, communicate more directly with the community, right? But the one thing I don't ever want to do is, like, quote unquote, become a sellout. Like, one of the worst things that somebody could come to me and was like, and say, it was like, well, Rain is just in it for the money, right? Oh my goodness. Like, I really hope that, like, with the way that I'm setting things up, like, it all makes sense. Like, you understand why I'm selling my art the way I'm selling it. It's for a fair price. I really, and, like, I went through the shop too, and I lowered all of my prices. Like, literally, I made them as affordable as I possibly could make it. It's not, like, I really didn't want this to be over, like, priced stupid YouTuber merch junk that, like, oh, it's like, go buy my stupid hat that I just slapped my fucking logo on. Like, I have stuff that is kind of like that, but there's also more than that there if you want it. So it kind of just depends on your taste. Like, I don't know. Sorry, I know I keep bringing it up, but, like, this has been something I've been, like, really, like, kind of beating myself up about, like, making sure that I stay kind of genuine and true. Like, and I really don't want to ever sell out the community because I care about it so much. I've worked for years to get us to, like, where we are right now, and the last thing I'd ever want to do is destroy the channel and the community by just doing something stupid or getting involved with something that was just, like, really dumb and, like, ends up hurting somebody, like, by proxy because, like, I associated with it, right? Like, I really want to be careful. That's why I bought all this stuff. Like, I have the blanket on my bed. I sleep with the pillow. I'm wearing my own hoodie. I drink from my own water bottle, right? Like, I want to make sure this stuff actually is good. Like, if you buy it, now I'm confident. Like, every single thing you see a picture of, I've held it in my hands. I use it. I love the purse. The purse is amazing. And if you have questions about this stuff, I actually know because, like, I can, like, pick it up and start describing it to you, right? You're like, what's the inside like? Well, I'm like, hold on. Well, let me get my purse. Like, I'll tell you what's going on, right? Like, I don't know. Anyways, like, these are the things I've been, like, stressing myself out about for, like, the past 2.5, 3 weeks, while I'm also, like, working on content. Like, I'm really bad at making and stressing myself out with that too. Doodles posted. Yes, definitely keep posting your artwork. Oh, I also wanted to, like, kind of talk about something that I'm going to be, like, doing going forward because, like, I've had a little bit of an epiphany recently about, like, my energy levels and things, the way I conduct these live streams and stuff like that. And the way, like, my disabilities impact me sometimes, like, on a week-to-week basis and stuff like that. And I thought over time, I think it's time to get the community a little bit more normalized about that. I think it's time to let people know that it's gonna be okay. I'm totally okay, but I need probably more frequent breaks than other YouTubers do and other live streamers do. And I think if we start planning for those breaks, it will be less jarring for the community, and it would stress me out a lot less, because now I don't feel like I'm just abandoning what I'm doing for a week because I don't feel good, right? So I thought we could start jokingly calling it the water cycle, right? So the rain, the rain needs to work its way back up so that it can fall once again. And I don't know, that's kind of something I'm toying with in the background. But I think if I set the right expectations to the community, hey, yeah, I can power through. I can set up a lot of stuff. I can get a lot of content posted and pipelined and staged and ready to go. But when it comes to live streaming, sometimes I need to take maybe a week or two off a little bit more frequently than everybody else. And maybe it's just time that I get everybody used to that, just because, well, realistically, it's something that I deal with almost once every month and a half, 2 months, right? I don't know, but there has to be a better way than just me reaching the point of failure and then just freaking out about it and then everything falling apart, because that's what usually happens. And maybe we try to figure out a healthier way to do this going forward. You can see my doodles that I'm not great in drawing. Well, that's not the point of doodling. The point of doodling is to have fun. Did you enjoy making the doodle? Because the result is irrelevant. I mean, just look at my older art. I posted all of my bad drawings on purpose to specifically prove that point to everybody else, right? If you think, if you legitimately like some of my artwork and you're wow, Rain is objectively a decent artist, right? Go look at my really bad drawings. I posted them for a reason, so that people who feel self-conscious about starting to doodle or draw for themselves don't feel bad about it, right? I've done it. And not only have I done it, let me show you how bad I've done it before. I'm right there with you, right? I have, that's the thing too, and most artists, because they want to show the best side of themselves, and I get it, because they're trying to do something maybe for professional reasons, right? They're only going to show you their best work. They're not going to show you the 7 drawings that they did in a row that were all messed up, that look awful, that look like maybe a 5th grader drew them and they just didn't know where it was going, or the color selections were bad, right? Or just something is objectively wrong with the drawing that they just weren't able to finish it. But I didn't want to be that way. I'm doing that more recently. But when I first started, I just didn't care. I just posted whatever I drew, and I was just happy that I drew it. Oh, Rain, unrelated, but the final Terraria update is coming out tomorrow. I'd recommend creating a new Terraria world when you stream. I was actually planning to do that, Maddie. We are on the same page. So that's actually kind of why I wanted to, I was mentioning, I can't remember who I said this to specifically, but I was oh my god, we have picked the best time to actually start Terraria, because they are doing that, well, from what they said, the quote-unquote final, let's hope it's the final, I really hope it's the final update for Terraria. So, what a perfect time. So I'm gonna start a world by myself. Made has a multiplayer server thing for us to play when we want to play together. We can just keep playing on that, and I figured I'll just make my own single player world. We'll just play on that when she's not around to be able to play with me on stream. Rain, you also kind of forgot to update the SMP. So that actually, I don't host the SMP. I will talk to Karu. Karu is the admin. She is the one who runs all of the updates and hosts all of the mods. If there is anything wrong with the SMP, I can't troubleshoot it. What I do is just collect your report, and I just go to Karu, and I go, please help me. Please, people are complaining about things and I don't know how to fix it. That's usually what I do. I go, Karoo, please. Please help me. I have no idea what I'm doing. They said it doesn't work anymore. Demozan, I will make sure to forward that over to Karoo though, and let her know. There also might be a reason why she hasn't updated it too. That's like also important to remember, because some of the mods like needed to have some things specifically changed about them. So she might actually just be like double checking things before she runs an update like that. But I'll circle around with her and see what's going on there. I'm glad you're enjoying the SMP. I'm looking forward to doing it again. I did mess around with it. The lag is a little bit better. It's still not 100% perfect, but you know what? I know the idea Made had about the boat arena, like the racetrack thing, was like a really cool idea, but I still think the highway is the best idea considering the lag situation. Because once you get built up momentum, you're going in a straight line. So nothing is going to stop you. It doesn't matter how much lag you hit. Like, you'll just skip those frames. You're still going to go forward in the game engine, right? You don't need to turn. You don't need to adjust anything. It doesn't need to calculate anything other than going straight. I tested this already. It works fine. So Ice Highway is definitely something. Oh, and I also am going to need to take down the sugarcane farm. What I'm gonna do though is, because Peter put a lot of work into building that up, I'm going to keep Peter's like aesthetic thing that he built around the outside of the sugarcane farm, but that thing's coming down because it's basically a little mini lag machine that I built on the server, and I'm tired of it like lagging things out. So I'm just gonna take them down. It sucks, but I'll build a sugarcane thing on my single player world if I want to. Will Rainy ever do reaction content? Peeps, did you not see the video on Life of Raining that I put out over the weekend? That was a reaction reaction content. I'm doing it. It's coming. That's actually what I was just talking about. That's why I need to offload the gaming video, right? And also, if anybody knows editors too, that I can actually trust, that are actually going to follow through. Here's the thing. And I know I don't want to be picky about this, right? But this was something that I mentioned to Anna last night. A lot of people come to me and say, hey, Rain, I will help you edit a video. And then they never actually follow through on the thing that they say they're going to do. So here's the thing. If you know somebody who's an editor and they're willing to work for a small commission to help me edit some of these videos, that is the type of person I'm interested in. But I want to pay you that, like, for the contribution. We will decide together what is fair. So, like, we'll discuss that. Don't worry. Like, we won't work together if it's not going to be, like, something that you consider to be fair on your end either, right? But the volunteer stuff, like, I'm sorry. I can't put, like, parts of my video on something that's, like, on a volunteer basis and then that person never follows through, right? I've got way too much writing on my content to have somebody come to me and go, I'll help you out with that. And then 4 weeks later still has not even touched it once. Because, like, I know, I'm sorry, but when I think a lot of people see only the fun aspect of, like, the content creation, and when they come to me and they go, well, do you need help with something? And I go, yeah, are you sure you really want to help, right? And they go, yeah, I'm ready. And then I drop the bomb on them, right? I drop the task on them, and then they go, oh shit, this is actually real work. Like, there's a reason why this was difficult for me. And then they get a taste for it, and then, but because they're doing it on a volunteer basis, I can't go back to that person and be like, well, you said you were going to do this, right? I can't. I really can't, because, like, I'm already, like, kind of, like, asking for help already. I don't want to be difficult with people. You're already doing it out of the kindness of your heart. The last thing I want to do is be like, well, why didn't you follow up on this, right? So that's why I think I'm kind of done, like, doing it on a volunteer thing. we'll do it. We'll come up with like a fair commission for like your contribution towards the work. But if anybody's interested in doing that, I need to have like a mechanism for follow through. And like the volunteer stuff, unfortunately, just doesn't really work out. We need to do movie streams? Wait, what do you mean by that? Can you actually dive in on that idea? Like, because like I used to watch other content creators who would do like movie reviews and stuff. But like that can get a little tricky on YouTube sometimes. I'm being very careful about that. I wish I could. I have to edit my own content. I understand, peeps. You don't have to help me. That's the thing. That's why I specifically want to like make sure it's going to be fair, right? So for example, and I'm just going to use you as an example, peeps, because you're the one who brought it up, right? But let's say you did have the capacity to help me. That's why I want to give you a little bit of money. So like, let's say we came to a decision and you're like, Rain, I'll edit that video or that section of a video for you for, I don't know, $20 US, and I'll get it done for you in a week, right? Right? Now we've got like an arrangement. It's fair. You think it's fair. I think it's fair. It doesn't matter if anybody else thinks it's fair. We thought it was fair, right? And that's it. The work gets done. I have a reasonable expectation to work off of. It's not just me going, oh, can you please help me? Here's some work. And then maybe they'll do it. Maybe they won't. Because some people will. Some people are really good about it. But then like some other people are like, oh shit, well, actually I've got my own things I got to take care of. And that's super legit. I want you to work on your own things, right? It's just like, I think some people don't really understand how much has to go into it until they really get it. Like, until they really get their teeth into it for the first time. It's a lot. It's a lot. What I do with it, like, I know, I really wish, like, there's like the meme, like, that the YouTubers are always lazy, right? But they're really not. They're working on their content in the background, right? There's a lot of shuffling around you've got to do in the background. And if you don't stay on top of it, or if you fall into like the weird rabbit holes I've been falling into with like my content creation and editing a lot of stuff that's just also not really helping get the project done, that's why I'm making the decision to hire the editor. For my gaming content specifically, I'm going to be doing the edits for everything else. Everything else, all the YouTube shorts, all the clips that you gather on the live streams and you post in the Discord from now on, all of that, I'll be doing all those editings. But the videos for the gaming stuff, I do need an editor for that. I've come to that decision. I think that's just, it's going to work out better for me just because I suck at editing that kind of like those. I don't suck at it. The stuff that I've already done for the Vox Libre video, and thank goodness, like a majority, like, is kind of done on that already, right? But like, that was so much work. That was so much work. It took me days to edit what I've gotten done already for it, and the video's not even close to being done yet. And I'm like all stressed out. But that video that I posted over the weekend on Life of Raining, not only did that video objectively get like a couple hundred views in like a couple days already, right? But like, I edited that the morning of my birthday and posted it. And it was out, and it didn't stress me out at all. And I like, it was fun. Like, actually, I had fun editing that video. It was part of my birthday, right? And like, I didn't want to mention that like on my birthday because I didn't want people to be like, why are you working on your birthday? And it's like, because I wanted to. I wanted to do. It was my birthday. It's my birthday. I'll work if I want to. Anyway, so I edited a video. It made me feel better about the whole day, right? And then I was able to go out and objectively enjoy my entire birthday because like, hey, I accomplished something. I know, my brain works in really weird ways sometimes. I don't even have time to edit my own videos, to be honest. Peeps, you understand where I'm coming from, though. Like, that's what I mean. It's a lot. And now I understand you have other things going on, too. But, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's way more work than people think, right? Like, you see the end result. That's fun and exciting and a good time, right? But, like, the amount of effort that has to go into creating that particular experience is a lot. And, like, I have to take care of myself, too, because at the end of the day, if I'm not in a good, like, mental health state, if I'm not healthy, then nobody can have a good time because, like, I'm the one who's running the whole thing. Like, if I stop doing this, then the whole thing falls apart. You could do it with public domain movies, free movies from... yeah, no. I kind of just need to sit down and look at it. Baytran, if you have more information there, like, actually, like, maybe get me started. Maybe send me a few, like, messages about it. And I'll pin them in the chat. That way I can look into it. But I'm ready to make those moves. Actually, like, if we bring up anything that's, like, topic related or reaction related in this particular stream, it'll likely become a video on Life of Rating later in the week. I'm also going to go through the last couple of, like, the last 2 live streams where we had some chats because we had some funny moments. That's actually where I got the other video from. So I'm just going to go through those, just make sure, like, I picked through those, make sure I got all the funny bits out of it that are worth turning into, like, any type of content whatsoever. Those will get posted, pipeline, put up on Life of Reigning. And then I got to work on, like, YouTube Shorts for the gaming content. So that's got to get done this Tuesday and Thursday. And then, like, as long as I can find an editor to help me out with some of those videos, like for the gaming videos, I think I'm going to be in a good position going forward. I have a plan to make content. It is for this, like, for what I want to get done, I do need a little bit of help. And I think I make enough, just enough through the live streams where I can pull this off. I can have a little bit of money to support myself, just enough to support myself, and have enough to be able to create a really, hopefully a really cool video, like a gaming video that, like, I don't know, that, like, I want those videos. I do want them. I just wish I was better at making them. Damn, 20 hours of footage. So for the Vox Libre video, just the rain section of the video for my video is 30 hours. There are 30 hours of recording just for the rain section. That's not including the numbers quest when I almost beat the game and failed to beat the game the first time. That also needs to be included in the video. And there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of video that I have to look through. I have to decide if it's relevant, if it's part of the story, right? Like, if it's funny. I have people who are trying to help me out with that, right? But there is a lot that goes into it. And I don't mind staging all of this for an editor, but it's also a lot for me to go through and do all of that work, right? And then also have to dig in and start actually, like, editing it, right? It would be really nice if I went up to the editor and say, hey, here is exactly what I want. I've thought it through. Here's the script. Here's, like, the recorded stuff. Here's, like, the footage that I've got, right? Here's the plan. Can you put this together? Here's all the parts I've assembled. Like, it's like sending it off to, like, be assembled, right? Down the assembly line, right? Like, I've manufactured the parts, right? All I'm doing is sending the parts off to be assembled by somebody else. That's the way I'm looking at it. Oh, hello, Dark Raven. Welcome, my brother. How are you? Well, I'm also not very good at recording stuff yet. Like, there is a lot of, like, useless footage that you could just scan through for 5 minutes and realize it's probably nothing for a while, right? So a lot of it's just going to get cut out. It's just useless garbage. And I'll get better at knowing when to turn on the recording and not. That's just a skill issue that I'll just get better with over time. But I didn't know. That was, like, the first time I had to do something like that. So I just recorded the entire adventure. Oh my god, we have Miku here. Oh my goodness. Everybody, give Miku a head pat. Everybody, head pats in the chat for Hatsune Miku. We've got Miku here. It's a good day. I'm thinking Miku, Miku, ooh, ooh. I'm sorry. I love Miku. It's always a good time with Miku here. You know what I should do? For the extra space above, like, the shop link, I think I should put, like, my art banner back up. I'll work on that. I'll have that up and ready for the other live streams. It just makes sense. I can put it on the other side of me, so that way, like, underneath the chat, like, you can either look at my art, or you can look at the stuff I put my art on, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I've got to go, peeps. It was great to have you here. It's been so long since the last time. That's all right. I mean, the holidays and whatnot, I totally get it. I've also been, like, kind of inconsistent about live streaming. I've spent the past 3 weeks, like, kind of like, well, not even just the past, but let's be realistic. It's taken like 6 weeks of work to get to this point. But I'm like rebuilding out like 4 different channels, and I wasn't like streaming or like producing content consistently. And some of the content I was posting recently were like kind of just reposts that like a lot of the communities already watched once before. So they were really just intended for a newer audience. Stuff like that. So like I'm finally just getting back into like, we're ready. I'm ready to like finally do these live streams, like go big or go home style, right? Get that content out there. But I'm also like talking about like the things that I'm like realistically running into problems with as far as like getting content edited, getting work done, like where I'm like getting like just sucked into like these like weird endless pits of like false productivity where like I think I'm getting stuff done and then I'm really not, and it's just frustrating me, and it's just turning into this like endless like cycle of burnout and torment because like hopefully everybody understands where I'm coming from there. I'm sure anybody who's ever worked on things that they're really passionate about has like experienced it at least once. And I would really like to be able to sit down and draw again without being stressed out about like 9 bajillion other things. Right? Like I really think that's the reason why I couldn't like focus on my drawing, is because I'm like just so stressed out about not getting the videos done the way I want to, or like stuff like that. Back, sorry, hope you saw my message. Wait, which one? Did you send it in Discord or did you send it in the YouTube chat? I gotta go take a shower soon. I'm gonna be doing that after the live stream. Like, I'm also like setting up like a post-care like routine for the live stream as well. Because like realistically, I haven't been doing stuff like that, and I really need to. Like, I'm really bad about that kind of stuff. I preach all of this like, oh, take it easy. Like, make sure you're all taking care of yourselves. Oh, if you're sick, like make sure you stay home. And do that, and they're like, I'm the worst one out of all of you. Like, I'm the one who's like, well, yeah, but like, that's for all of you. I'm the exception, right? Like, I definitely don't need to do any of that for me. That's not true. That's not true. I need to do that for me. Like, I've got a lot of like going against me already. I really don't need to throw anything else on top of it. I really don't. And I do. And that's bad. But I also need to get work done. So like I need to do things in like a healthier way that makes sense. I'll send it on Discord. Please do. I'm sorry about that. Nelly, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Oh, Gombik, thank you so much. Everybody, head pats in the chat for Gombik. Thank you so much for sending in the memberships. Especially if you just got a membership, definitely send in head pats, because now you've got the emojis. Wait, did it really only gift 1 membership? Are you serious? You sent in 5 of them and it only gave, wait, 1? 2. 2. I've only seen 2. What the hell? This is, YouTube annoys the crap out of me sometimes. So only 2 people of the 5 got the membership so far. That's lovely, YouTube. Good job. Good work there, YouTube. Right? Like, that's... Oh, also, if you're, like, somebody in the chat who hasn't ever received a gift membership, you have to turn on receiving of gift memberships in the settings of YouTube. I don't know specifically where it is, but you have to turn it on. So if you don't have that turned on, turn that on so you have a chance to receive the gift membership. Next rando that shows up gets it? I guess so. But I see people here who could. Sometimes YouTube is buggy with memberships. I've seen it a bazillion times. And is it Shizuka Loner? Shizuka Loner? I might just call you Loner because it's going to be easier for me to remember and say, like, on the fly. Welcome to the stream. I've seen it a billion times. And I hate to say this, but sometimes I actively have to tell people in chat, like, okay, I'm sorry. I know it's fun to send in the gifted memberships, but stop, because YouTube's like not even gonna process it. And I've had people come to me after the live streams and were like, oh, I got a refund for that. Oh, Maddie, you've been a member for 5 months. See, like, this is why we've got, like, so Maddie is also, she's an artist. She is helping me with some of the emojis. So this is why we really got to do this. So for like the 6-month one, I know that is an official one. So we've got to at least come up with the 6-month one. So when you do this next month, you can like show off your own heart emoji that you create for the stream. I mean, hey, technically, I mean, because my birthday was on Saturday, right? Like, technically, I'm only 1 year old now because I've just become a girl. Oh, yeah, that's so good. I know, but that's the only sense of... If we only have one sense of urgency on anything, it's to come up with the 6-month emoji badge just so that when you do this next month, it's your emoji. That's... If we work on one thing, that's the one thing we need to work on. But before you work on any more emojis, after this live stream, I don't care how many times you've got to DM me. I'm going to do a couple of self-care things after the live stream, but when I get back and I see Discord, I'm hoping that you have pinged me enough that you are like the very top message so that I can immediately circle back and do the thing that I need to do with you. Well, yeah, that's why I have a solution to that problem. But we need to set a few things up first. We got to talk about it. I got to sit down with you. It's not going to be a big deal. I don't want you to sweat it. Don't stress or anything. It's going to be fun. Don't worry. But like we got to work that. We got to hammer that out, I guess. Right? I guess that's a good way to put it, right? Like, we just got to sit down and just hammer it out real quick. I think people are approaching a year. I know Mike is. I would like to get the 12-month one done too, because that one's gonna sit for a while. Like, once you have 12 months, I think it takes a while before YouTube. Like, I think after that it's like 24 months, so you have to be like 2 years, right? So I'd like to get that one going too. But 6 months is pretty common. It's common enough where most people would get it and still sit on that tag for another 6 months. Okay, I just Googled it. If the YouTube channel is a brand account, then you won't receive the gifted membership. That makes sense to me. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'd still want... I don't know. Like, if another YouTuber wants to, like, get a gifted membership, I would want them to be able to get it. I don't know. Maybe YouTube thinks it's unfair. Maybe they just don't want YouTubers buying gifted memberships for each other. I think that's probably the legit reason there. Well, I should go now. Can I speak? Oh. Well, I should go now. I have to go study. Well, I hope... Don't study too hard. I hope it's efficient for you. Don't overdo it. Get some rest. Make sure you're drinking lots of water. And I hope you have a wonderful evening if I don't get a chance to see you again. Actually, speaking of water, I'm gonna go refill my water bottle real quick. This is probably a good chance. If anybody needs a snack, if you need some water, this is like a really good opportunity for you to go do that as well. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead and put the break thing up real quick. I'm gonna take the avatar down for a second, and I will be right back. All right, I am back. I hope everybody got some water or got a snack or anything that they needed. Let me go ahead and take the break thing down, but I gotta do like I keep forgetting to do like the little fade thing on it. It's a little jarring when it just comes on and off like that. All right, so hold on, wait. Hide transition is also a fade, so now it'll just slowly come off the screen. See, that's so much better. I got a snack, yay! Christo's probably not here, but I'll post my doodle soon. I'm gonna circle back. Make sure you're also tagging me, please. Like, if it's important to, like, and maybe somebody remind Christo later too, please tag me. Also in the Discord, please reply to me too. Like, if you want me to if you specifically are talking to me about something, there is a very good chance that I'm gonna miss it if you don't do these things. If you're not tagging and or replying to me, right? If I happen to see it, right? But sometimes, like, I miss stuff because I'm also, like, working on a bajillion things at once, always. I don't ever do it intentionally. Just keep that in mind. I never intend to miss anything. So, like, if you really want me to see something, make sure you follow up with me. Like, if you think I'm ignoring it, there is a very good chance I'm not ignoring it. I just missed it. I don't know. I don't know any other way to say that. So, I do want to start talking about some of the, I don't know, just some of the personal stuff that I'm going to start doing that's, like, a balance away from, like, the channel stuff, because we've been, like, talking about, like, the channel stuff all morning. I want to talk a little bit more about, like, what I'm doing in my personal life to kind of make things a little bit better for me. and about some of the stuff that I want to start doing, hopefully as soon as tomorrow, to be a little bit more of like, I'm going to call it work-life balance, but this is also like an opportunity for me to start building a little bit more confidence for myself, and also getting out of the house more frequently and getting a little bit more exercise, which I think is just going to be healthy for me overall. So a couple of things that I've been really looking into recently, and something that I'm looking forward to hopefully going to tomorrow night, is going to be an LGBTQ like group, like chat thing, like where you can just come there. It's like kind of like a group therapy session, and I would like to ideally, and I would like to go once a week. I don't know if that's always going to happen, so I'm going to set a goal for trying to go at least twice a month to those meetings though. Just show up, say hi, meet everybody, do the meet and greet, right? I also want to start going out and doing things 100% independently on my own. So for a while, I've been going out about once a week, but I've been kind of chaperoned by like my mom. I'll go out shopping with her, I'll help her with chores, but I'm basically just kind of like in the passenger seat with her for the entire day. And that's the entire outing for me. I don't do anything I want to do. I'm really just there to be helpful to my mom. So I'm not really doing anything or going anywhere or any of the stuff that I want to do. So for once a week, I'm trying to make arrangements for me to be able to get like transportation into the city. I'm going to go find something to do, and I'm going to go do it. Whether it's go to the museum and just roll around in my wheelchair in the museum for several hours and just go look at stuff like drawings and paintings and sculptures and go learn about stuff. I'm just going to go do that. I'm just going to go do things, and I'm going to learn to do them on my own. And that's going to be kind of like the point. I'm so tired of making excuses for myself, right? Like, oh, it's just too difficult. It's not. My birthday proved that to me the other day. I was out of the house for 4 hours. I wasn't even completely prepared for this entire day at the mall, and I still managed to figure everything out all by myself. I had an amazing time. I did it in my wheelchair, right? And any issue that I came across the entire day, I was able to problem solve, even figuring out how to like transport all my shopping bags around in my wheelchair without a backpack. Now, do I need a backpack? That was a very important lesson that I learned going to the mall. I definitely need a backpack for that wheelchair. So that's never going to happen again. I'm definitely going out with a backpack going forward. But like, I need to build up that confidence that I can do these things on my own. And the only way to do that is to just go out and start living life again and figuring out. And now I know the next time I want to go to the mall exactly what to do. There's no weird thing anymore, because I troubleshot all the issues that I think I reasonably would run into going to the mall, like with that first outing, and it was fine, and I had a great birthday. So like, it's not as stressful as I've built it up to be in my head. So I like, that's like kind of the mentality shift that I'm working towards in my life, is getting more used to the wheelchair. Stop like that whole like, I need to tough it out like kind of stuff, or just like stop including myself in things that I really want to do, or making that excuse for myself that like, oh, it's just too much work, it's going to be too much of a headache, I'm creating all this hassle. Or the last one that I really need to get out of my head, I'm causing a problem for other people. That's a big one. That's a big one for me. I very often think because I'm in the wheelchair, I'm in other people's way, I'm causing like more of an inconvenience for them. It's just not true. It's just not true. I feel that way in the moment very often, but it's not true. I need to constantly remind myself that if the situation was literally reversed for anybody else, right? Like if it was me and they were sitting in the chair, I wouldn't even think about it. It wouldn't even be a problem for me. I would just help them, right? Like, so I just need to remember that people are just trying to be nice, right? I'm not bothering them. It's not stressful. They're not huffing under their breath, right? And going like, this girl in the wheelchair is being so ridiculous right now. Like, I can't believe it. Like, we've got to help her out a little, right? Like, nobody does that. Nobody does that, right? Nobody's doing that. everybody wants to be nice. Everybody wants to be a little helpful when they can be, right? And I'm not creating problems for anybody by existing and being out there in public with everybody else. I'm allowed to be out there too, right? So I got to get out of my own head on some of that shit. And it'll be fun to film too. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually going to buy something to help me film. So, and I have the Catgirl masks, so I could just, like, if I want to film my face or, like, me talking to the camera, like, I'm still not 100% comfy showing, like, my IRL face to the camera. Obvious, for reasons that I hope are obvious, obviously, because, like, I mean, the whole point of me starting, like, the whole VTuber thing is because I really didn't want, like, to show my entire face. I'm also still transitioning. That's also a reason I don't want to show my face. Also, it's a safety concern. That is another reason why I don't want to show my face. Also, gender dysphoria is another reason why I don't want to show my face. I'm still getting my hair removed on my face permanently, which is another reason why I don't want it. So there's a lot of reasons why I don't want to do it right now. But, like, I think I'd be more comfy if I had, like, if I just put the mask on and just filmed that. Like, because my hair looks fine. Like, I think my hair looks good these days. Like, I think that'd be okay. Did something change that I can't use PayPal on Ko-Fi? Yes. Because PayPal doesn't work with some of the new stuff that I've been doing. And then I had, like, a really, like, long, like, thought about, like, PayPal and, like, the way they treat me and how much they charge me and shit. And I just decided to cut it out because, like, it's not worth it. A good chunk of the money that you're donating to me just goes to PayPal fees. Just so you know, there are other payment processors that don't really do that. Now, do I have to wait longer to get that money? Yes. It doesn't immediately or instantaneously benefit me sometimes. How big is the percent? It's hard for me to, like, I don't exactly know. I think it's like around 2%. I want to say it's something like that. But, like, to put it in a simpler way, like, let's say you send me $10, for example, I'm probably only going to get, like, $8 or, like, $7.50 of that, like, $10 that you donated to me if you did it through PayPal. Now, they don't charge me when they transfer it to the bank, but you just sending it to the PayPal account is where the fee comes out. So, and I just, like, I don't know. I've moved everything over to Stripe. They've been really good to me. They work with the Ko-Fi shop. They work with my online store, so shop.reignofraining. It works with all of that. So, like, and I just, like, they're not doing anything sketchy. They don't have, like, a weird, like, thing that screws over YouTubers. Like, and it's like, why would I want to, like, work with a payment processor that, like, actively has an app that's, like, screwed over a majority of the, like, the folks on our platform? I don't know. Like, I think it's just time to let it go. It kind of sucks because it's like, it is cutting off a source of potential, like, funding for me. But at the end of the day, I think this will be better overall for everybody. And more of your resource comes to me, right? That's, like, really the more important thing. Like, when you're spending that money on a donation, I assume you would want as much of it to go to me as possible and not be eaten away in fees to a company that I think we can all agree is probably not great for our community. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons. And Christo! Good to see you, cutie. I'm glad you at least get it, though, right? Like, you understand, and hopefully, like, all the reasons I've articulated make sense to you. PayPal is just, they've never been good. And I mean, like, if we're just being, like, realistic about it, right? And I know Elon's not in charge of PayPal, and Elon hasn't been in charge of PayPal for a long time. But it is a company that he did run for a significant period of time. So it should go without saying that there is probably a reason why PayPal has the issues they have. It is probably deeply embedded in their company culture. Like, if you see the issues with Tesla and what Elon Musk has done with Tesla, I can only imagine, because he wasn't famous and popular when he was doing PayPal, right? I can only imagine what kind of weird stuff he was doing back then. And it just flew completely under the radar because we had no idea who Elon Musk was. I'm sorry my country spawned that thing. No, don't. It's not your fault. Listen, I'm sorry my country spawned Donald Trump. Jesus. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry. I wish it was in my power to actually do something about that. I would, but I can't. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that stuff is so stressful for me these days. That's why I've had to, like, put the rules in the Discord about, like, not having politics. Like, it's becoming so stressful and so predominant in my life. I can't even turn on the news to get, like, a weather update without, like, some of this stuff affecting me. It's really bad for my mental health to see it constantly. That's why I'm taking it out of the Discord. I understand a lot of people think it's, and it is also to prevent arguments in the Discord, but it's really the number one reason is for me, because that might have been like the 100th time I've seen it, and the last time I want to do is go into my own safe space and have to deal with it again. You know? Like, maybe I came into the safe space to get away from it, and it's going on there. That's why I took that stuff out. It's for me. It's for my mental health, too. Like, I don't want to be exposed to it. Right? Because it's, like, constantly everywhere. Oh, hi, peeps. Welcome back. And I get it freaks people out, too, but, like, there are also a bajillion other places on the internet to discuss those topics. I think it's important that we maintain a refuge that's free from that stuff so that people can have the breathing room, like me, to be able to go, okay, finally, like, let me just get away from this and just have some, like, have a normal conversation with my friends for a little while, right? I think it's important. Rainy, ever seen Rally? I don't think so. Can you drop me a link in the Discord or something? This is why sometimes I answer stuff with the phrase, wait, I'm gonna try to pronounce this word. Gesticulates to the world around her. So I can leave it at that. My mental health has been in the toilet concerning some of this stuff. Yeah. And I don't want to cause that in others. Yes, exactly. Because here's the thing, like, it's been upsetting me so bad that, like, I would lose my temper over it. I will end up losing my temper over it. And I don't want to do that, right? Like, maybe I've already just gotten over the anger from being exposed to it for the first time. I can't be constantly triggered like that, right? And I think it's reasonable for anybody else that's coming into a place called Rain's Refuge to not be triggered by things, right? Like, I think that's a reasonable expectation when you're hanging out in a community like that, right? And it's also why, like, don't allow, like, the flirting or, like, any of that, like, weird stuff going on in the Discord too. Like, it's fine if people are doing, like, little cutesy things and, like, head pats. That's fine. That's normal, right? But, like, if it's, like, serious, like, uncomfortable flirting, like 25% of the people in there, including myself, are on the asexual spectrum, right? Like, we really don't need to be, like, coming into things that are just, like, gonna make others uncomfortable. It's supposed to be a place for everybody to just kind of hang out and play games and do art and make cool stuff, right? Like, that's the idea I'm going for there. I'm on the burp spectrum. You certainly are, my brother. How you doing today, Dark Raven? Oh, and one thing too, if you're all in the Discord and you do see rule-breaking content, I really don't have the capacity to be constantly monitoring chat. Neither do the moderators that actually help out in the Discord. So if you're here on stream right now and you're a regular there, if you see rule-breaking content, I understand the temptation to gently remind people, but if it's like outlandishly rule-breaking, the first thing you should be typing is @moderators. You're not being a tattletale. Like, I don't know things are, like, nobody knows something's going down sometimes because everybody wants to, like, kind of, like, try to be helpful in the moment. That isn't helpful. Like, if it's bad, like, at the moderator so we can deal with it. Like, they're just, for some things, it just doesn't need to, let us clean it up. Let us deal with it, right? Like, just bring us in immediately. Like, don't let it sit there. Like, I know some people, like, have also, like, just reacted to it, right? Here's something. If somebody, like, comes in to post something that is, like, a troll thing, and your reaction to it is WTF, instead of writing WTF, write @moderator, right? That would be significantly more helpful. Rainy, where on the Discord? This is just, like, it doesn't happen that frequently. I'm just bringing it up as, like, just kind of like an FYI thing. Like, it's fine to tag the moderators. In fact, I'm encouraging it. I want you to do it. Like, if people are breaking rules, don't let them break the rules. Like, just, like, if it's bad enough, like, just tag us immediately and we'll decide if it's, like, worthy of, like, actually doing moderation, right? Like, none of us are unfair moderators. And we have, like, very specific rules in the background about, like, how we moderate things, right? So, like, we're not going to be heavy-handed with anybody. Like, but, like, if it's a rule-breaking thing that's going on, like, we do need to know, like, so that we can look at it and decide if it really is or isn't, or if it's, like, a nuanced thing. And, like, it's like, okay, we'll let it slide, but, like, maybe just be more careful. Like, sometimes, like, that's really the right answer. It's like, okay, I get it. I get why it got brought up, but, like, let's move on from this conversation is sometimes the right answer there, right? It doesn't have to be like this, like, it doesn't, that's the thing, like, and I really, like, that's why I'm really careful about the moderators I've brought on, like, because I don't want people to be overly heavy-handed and be like, nope, you broke the rule, let me just ban you for a week, right? Like, I definitely never want to see that, so, like, but, like, at the same time, just, like, if you see stuff going down, tag us. And to me, if I say something in chat and I see someone reply with @moderator, that will absolutely clue me in that I might have said something out of pocket. Yeah, and, like, that's the thing too, right? Like, we've run into a circumstance where a moderator has inadvertently broken a rule by bringing up a topic in the Discord that wasn't allowed. And it, like, that moderator's, like I've read through the situation. It was brought up completely by accident. They forgot that it was, like, a banned topic in our Discord, right? And, like, it was completely genuine that they brought it up. And then they genuinely apologized about it. Then they apologized to me about it, like, afterwards, because it caused a little bit of a tiff in the chat, and it's just like, that's fine, I get it. Like, I understand what happened there, right? So it's like, you know, these, like, that's why, like, sometimes we just need to look, and, like, even, like, the moderators, sometimes, like, they make mistakes too, right? Like, just let us know what's going on. Like, I can't fix anything if I don't know what's going on, and you just allow it to fester. That's the worst thing that you can let it do. It's just, like, let it continue. Loading away today. Wait, Escape, did you update your username? Did you finally get your username updated? Everybody, head pats in the chat for the memberships. It looks like they're glitching out, so unfortunately, you're probably going to get a refund on that one, Escape. Hopefully, they'll start sending them through, but YouTube apparently doesn't want me to, like, let you all have memberships today or something. I don't know. YouTube is being derpy? Yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks, like, because I don't want to say this, right? But, like, it's almost like it's completely pointless sometimes when they do stuff. Like, they really need to fix this, especially if it's like a fundamental feature that's designed to be supportive for like the content creator, because I'm gonna assume that Escape sent those in, right? Because Escape wants to be supportive of my content and wants you all to have a good time, right? But like, it benefits nobody when this happens, and then Escape is gonna get a charge on their card, and then 2 days later they'll get a refund, so they'll get their money back, right? But what's the point of all of this? Right? Especially when the intention is to help support the YouTube I'm sorry. It's very frustrating. YouTube, get your fucking shit together. This is unacceptable. You're a fucking billion-dollar company. Get your head out of the AI's ass for 5 seconds and tell your developers to actually fix real issues that are going on with the platform. Oh, we've got to get Gemini up and running. We got to get those Gemini features in the YouTube so we can start scraping everybody's content and stealing it, because apparently that's fine since you uploaded it to our platform. I've got a lot to say about it, but like, goddamn, that pisses me off so bad. Fix the fucking fundamentals before you slap AI on top of more shit. Like, I hate this whole polishing the fucking turd mentality. Like, just fix it. Just fucking fix it. I'm sorry. It's like, it's so annoying though, right? Like, the last thing I want to do is take away from like everyone's joy because like YouTube can't get like basic shit fucking done. I'm sorry. It's like, who's in charge of this stuff, right? I'm so glad the AI bubble seems to be on the verge of popping. Thank God. I'm so done. I've been done with AI content for a while. Like, so like people who have been like regulars on this channel, so like Catwoman will know this, right? But I used to make like anti-AI content on the channel, but I've just taken it all down. One, I did it when I was like, numbers can be fun. And two, I'm just like, it's emotionally like really stressful for me to make that video. And it's just like, it's caused a lot of problems because like, I've also been hit with the criticism of like, well, like, I don't know, you're kind of on the fence if you're using it, right? Even if you're making content about it. And it's like, you know what? I don't need to deal with that, right? Also on top of it, right? Like, if obviously I'm making a content criticizing the thing I just used, right? There was like an obvious like intention for fucking using it. Like, if your philosophy is so hardline that you're just like, absolutely not, and I'm gonna like just destroy somebody over like their opinion on like even using it a little bit, like that's taking it way too far. It's just taking it way too far for me. Like, that's not cool, right? Like, you gotta be respectful to a certain degree. Anyway, sorry. I know I keep going off on like random stuff, but frustrating. It's frustrating. I posted the doodles I made. I'm going to probably look at all of that stuff after the live stream. Today, I just kind of want to just sit back, relax, chat in my chair. I didn't really feel like getting into like too much stuff. Like, if we bring it up genuinely, like while we're talking, that's fine. But I'm probably going to actually like sit down and look at all that stuff later. People have made their choice, re-AI at this point. There really is nothing more you can say that is productive, and then you get more upset on top of it. AI is distressing for artists, yes. And like, that's it. Like, the big app that I had like a huge beef with that was an AI app doesn't even exist anymore. I like to think that my content helped get that app removed from the Apple App Store. Now, maybe it's a little, I'm tooting my horn a little too hard there by even thinking that maybe I had that big of an impact, but like, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got involved in that particular topic, and I'm comfy taking that video down now because the job's done. Nobody's even watching it anymore because the app doesn't even exist now, so it's like, doesn't matter, right? And it's time to move away from it. I'd much rather do the content that we work on these days. It's more rewarding, it's more fulfilling, it's less stressful. I do think the same regarding cryptocurrency. Oh God, I hate cryptocurrency. Ugh. Can't stand it. By the way, and I've brought it up a million times. We've already done a video about this, but just as a reminder, cryptocurrency is also a banned thing. It's banned on the subreddit. It's banned in the Discord. It's banned here in the community. If you ever see anybody impersonating me and saying, add me on WhatsApp, I've got like a coin for you or something, that is not me. I don't use WhatsApp. I hate WhatsApp. I hate Facebook anything. And like Facebook owns WhatsApp, so I've never used WhatsApp in a million years, right? So like, just to be abundantly clear, like I absolutely can't stand cryptocurrency. So if there's anything ever posted anywhere that says Rain wants you to get some kind of crypto, it's completely made up. I'm telling you right now, unequivocally, I hate cryptocurrency. There will never be a fucking shitcoin supported on this platform ever in any circumstance. Now, here's the thing. I don't care if you want to go and you want to waste your money playing around with cryptocurrency. I don't care about that. Just don't bring it up around me. Don't bring it up in my community. Don't talk about it. Don't support it, right? Just you do you on that one, all right? You do you, boo. You stay in your own corner on that. So, you know, if you want to go throw your money away, have fun with it, right? Like, I mean, hey, I like wishing wells too. I like to flick quarters into wishing wells. That's my thought on it. Oh, that reminds me of something that I won't mention. You can DM it to me. We could talk about it later if you want to have a conversation. I think that's cool too, but unsustainable, environmentally and artistically hollow, unless used by an actual artist, but it ends up just being used for money, and that's just yucky. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I've heard the arguments too that AI would be really great for like scientific applications, and you know what? I might even agree with that statement, except for the fact that every single place that I've looked so far has just found some really weird, freaky way to try to turn it into a commercial service and like profit off of it, right? We are not doing those like really good, beneficial things with the technology that we have currently. We're just trying to turn a profit on it and steal like everybody else's like pre-created shit just to support it. It's like, well, we gotta feed that AI. Why? What is it even doing for us? So, like, we can all have, like, fake AI girlfriends and boyfriends and shit? Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, it's just, like, it's stupid. And, like, that's not to say that, like... Anyways, that's kind of why I stopped with, like, the whole AI shit, though. Like, 'cause it's just... It gets, like, to Catwoman's point, it's, like, it's stressful. A lot of, like, what I've had to say already about AI, I've said a million times already. Like, I've made videos beating the fucking shit out of some of these applications, right? Like, going out of my way not to only show you how it works, but why it's completely awful the way it works, because it works that way, right? Like, I've done all of that. So, like, you know, now I'm just, like, kind of kicking a dead horse. Well, it's not dead yet, but hopefully it's dying. On its way down. And this isn't like a cute horse. This is like a demon horse. Just so that we can all be comfy with the analogy. This is like a demon horse that we're kicking, okay? It's not like a regular horse. I've been using this name for a bit, but what is your opinion on it? I think it is very beautiful. It is gonna probably take me a while to stop calling you Escape. But floating is a very beautiful name. Hey, some would argue that I do that all the time. Always got my head up in them clouds. Rain the AI Slayer? I mean, here's the thing. If another AI application comes out and bothers me the same way as I did with that original video, I would absolutely, like, re-tackle that topic again because of how passionate I am about, like, certain things regarding AI. But unless that comes up specifically, I have no interest in making more AI content. As an artist, I want nothing to do with it. Like, I just don't want anything to do with it anymore. Like, I'm not even comfy, like, it's already bad enough that, like, the Google Gemini has sucked up all the art from every video I'm gonna be posting on my art channel going forward. That's bad enough already. I don't need to subject myself to more of it. I've got enough in my life I've got to deal with already, right? And, like, I also don't need people coming at me, too, and just be like, well, time to get off YouTube. Are you insane? Are you insane? I've had somebody come up to me and be like, well, it's time for you to, like, leave the platform. Are you kidding me? This is my only source of income right now, right? Like, until I can find a sustainable part-time job that's going to, like, be, like, a good working situation for me and that employer with my disabilities, right? Or until I get, like, my disability insurance stuff figured out, right? This is my only source of income. I can't just leave the platform. I've been here for years. I'm entirely established here, right? That's just not a realistic answer for me. Is there ways that I can mitigate, like, the use of AI that Google is forcing upon me? Yes, but just destroying years and years of my own hard work is, I'm sorry, that's never going to be the answer. There is nowhere else to go, right? Now, here's something that I will be doing. Now, will I open up a PeerTube instance and start mirroring my content there? You better believe it. You better believe it. So that is something that is coming soon. But it would be so unrealistic to ask any content creator to deplatform themselves over one thing that is completely outside of their control. That's the point I'm trying to make, right? Is like, it is an unreasonable ask for me to, like, deplatform myself. I get that you hate AI. I hate it too, but we've got to be realistic here, right? We've got to be realistic. We've got to work within the realms of realism. The world just doesn't work like that. It can't be all or nothing. Nothing works that way, right? Like, even on, like, on a chemical or, like, even on a physics level, right? Nothing is 100% in science. There's always a 99%. There's always that 1% chance that it's just gonna do something weird, and this time it's just different. Or it failed, right? Or it just didn't follow through. Like quantum tunneling, right? All right, and I get it. Like, people don't really know, like, physics super well, right? But quantum tunneling is, like, a great example of just random shit just happens sometimes, and we don't really have an explanation for it. It just does. Because that's the laws of the universe, question mark. I guess we still need to figure that part out. PeerTube mentioned, yes, I'm working on it. I've been talking to another YouTuber. Their name is Terminal Tilt. They have a great channel. Actually, let me grab a link to their channel. They're the ones who've been giving me some recent advice about it. So I'd be remiss not to, like, show off their channel real quick. Hold on a second. Terminal Tilt. Yay, there they go. All right, hold on, wait. Let me pull it up on screen properly for y'all. How do I do this? I think, is it under showing that I did it? I think so. And then I did it here. There we go. All right, so I've been working with this YouTuber, Terminal Tilt. I just started talking to them recently. They are awesome. They are also a disabled LGBTQ Linux content creator. They have been part of our community for like 6 months, and they've started their own channel, and they're successful in their own right. So I wanted to take a moment to just let you know, like, they're really awesome. So if you like Linux content, definitely check them out. Drop a link to them right there. I'm really excited to start doing more Linux content, but like the thing with Linux content is that like I just gotta sit down and have the time to like make it genuinely. That's also like the way I make Linux content is also kind of similar to how I do like my drawings. I have to like have my mind free and clear, and I've got to be like in a good place to like do it so it's genuine and it comes across fun. By the way, I'm sorry, I DM'd you the videos, but you didn't see where should I send this? You can just DM it to me directly, and I'll look at the videos later. I don't know if that's what you meant to say there. Brick, welcome to the stream. Yes, I am, like I said, I do want to do the PeerTube thing at some point, so I will be working with Terminal Tilt. They already recommended an instance to me. I'm going to try signing up there. I might, like, put a couple of videos up just to kind of test it out, see how it is, whatnot. So, and we'll go from there. But I would really like to have that. I think it would be good. The question I'm like still kind of wondering, and I need to have a further conversation with our friend Terminal Tilt about this, but I'm wondering if I should just move my entire Fediverse account over there to PeerTube, because I have so many like people following me on Fedi already. It would make sense, but it would also might be a bad thing if I do that, so I'm not 100% sure if that's the right move. Oh, I'm sorry about that, peeps. You could just DM direct them to me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to miss your chats about that. Now they're in your DMs with no perfect. Perfect. Hey, you landed on the right answer by default. You guessed, and you landed exactly where you needed to be. Oh yes, sis, now I'm following you through Blue Sky. Yay! Even though, like, so, like, here's the problem with, like, the way that I'm bridged through Blue Sky. What you're gonna want to do, Dark Raven, and talk to me about this later. I'll show you how to set this up. I can't follow you in, like, your follow doesn't come through unless you set up a Fediverse bridge. Then we can follow each other, I think. Like that, but like the way I have my like Blue Sky set up, because it's a bridge, there are like additional steps there. But it's only if you're interested in doing that. But if you are, my brother, it will automatically copy your post over to the Fediverse, and you don't need a Fediverse account. You could just use your Blue Sky account if you wanted to. I'm doing it the reverse way, where I'm using my Fediverse account because I don't want to be on Blue Sky. So that is like how I deal with Blue Sky stuff without actually being on Blue Sky. Sorry, I do want to see your reaction to it, though. I might set up a different live stream for that. Let me get stuff queued up. I'll pin the videos that I'm interested in doing that for. But like I said, it's probably going to end up being like a real video on the channel anyways. So, you know, no worries there. I appreciate you sending it to me, and I hope to see you again soon, peeps. Oh, wait, Christo's the one that said that they're leaving for real this. Oh, my God. See, I can't even keep my fucking chat straight in my head today. Great. Good job, Rain. You're so good at that, like, basic skill that you need to do this job called reading. Hi, Cappy. I don't know if I missed you. If I did earlier, sorry. How you doing today? Okay, I'm only using Blue Sky because it seems easy to use. I mean, it's very simple. That's actually one of my major issues with it, is that it's just ugly and not fun to use. And I kind of low-key hate the way it looks. Like, it actively pisses me off to even look at it. because it's just so unrefined and so basic. And don't tell me that we could slap a theme over the top of it. I don't care about that. Sharky looks beautiful and works perfectly fine out of the box. Like, it doesn't need to, like, you don't need to do any of that, right? And I know that's me just being picky about, like, my social media software, but I'm going to be picky about my social media software. I made you a clip. Did you post the clip in the thing, or did you DM it to me so I know where to look for it later? Yeah, I'm gonna go since the stream is very laggy for me. Yeah, it's very laggy for me too. Well, the snow, oh my god, the snow is really starting to come down. That actually might be why we're having problems here, is because the storm is really bad now. You know, I really wanted to go for longer today. Let me see. Let me just, like, check the internet connection. Because if it's going to be, like, buggy like this still, I don't know. I'm watching it. There it goes. It just dropped out again. We are getting absolutely clobbered right now, which is probably why this stream is, like, being wonky with its connection. Yeah, I noticed a few areas where YouTube starts buffering. I'm sure the snow is wreaking havoc. I mean, I'm surprised we were able to do 2 hours like this, because, like, the last, I think, like, 2 times, like, that we did a live stream during a snowstorm, the stream just completely crashed out, like, in the middle of the live stream, and we had to completely stop the stream. So I'm shocked that we even got this far. Is snow the evil version of rain? Actually, if we were going to do this, like, on a, like, I would say that, like, snow would be, like, the angelic version of rain. Rain would be, like, the neutral version, right? And then drought would be the evil version of rain. Maybe I could have, like, 3 forms, right? What about Reign of Drought? That's my evil twin. She's always trying to, I don't know, suck the fun out of all my good times. I had to find a good way to, like, phrase that would make sense. The evil version is hail. I mean, hail is pretty freaking evil. What about dust storms? I mean, yeah, but dust doesn't sound as cool, I guess, right? Like, I mean, if you met somebody named Dust, like, what would you think? Like, now, Dusty is a name, right? Dusty, right? Like, I can get behind that. But, like, have you ever met anybody just named Dust? Just being realistic about that, right? Fire? If you were going to do fire, you could do a name like Scarlet. Nobody likes Hail. Nobody likes Hail. Out of all the sisters, Hail is the least favorite one. I think most people can enjoy snow. We love the sound of rain, right? But nobody likes drought or hail. They're the least favorites. Poor Hail, I know. And let's not forget about the 2 twin sisters, Typhoon and Hurricane, right? Nobody likes them either. But, like, to be fair, every time they show up, they create a huge mess. Kind of pisses everybody off. They really, really do wear out their welcome very quickly. Hell, just that one person that comes to the party and everyone silently just looks away awkwardly. They're the one in the meme, right? Like, that's standing in the corner. You know the party meme where everybody's dancing and they say, like, they don't know, right? Like, that's hell. Hell, just like me, for real. Oh, no. Right, like, it's one thing to rain on everybody's parade, but if you frickin' hail on somebody's parade, holy crap. Right, like, making it rain on somebody is, like, genuinely considered a good thing, albeit if it has some possibly twisted connotations sometimes, right? But, like, the fact that you're saying that you're making it rain is a positive thing. That's a good thing. It's a sign of growth. It's a sign of, like, being, like, nourished, right? If you said that you made it hail on someone, right? I mean, come on. That sounds horrible. I've never been to a party, so I can't relate. So I've been to parties. I'm one of those. All right, so like I've been in sales and I've done that stuff before in the past. Like when I was in my 20s, like I really did a lot of sales work. So I was one of those people that had to like kind of learn how to not be an introvert. Like I'm still technically an introvert. I've just gotten better at not being quiet, like to the point like where now I talk all the time, right? But like that's also kind of why I need those little breaks too, because like especially after doing live streams for a couple of hours, like I'm definitely like kind of burnt out socially. I need that like recharge time before I can do it again. But like I know what you mean. Like it took me a while before I could like get out of my own comfort zone and start talking to people. There are like techniques that you can learn that helps you like socialize with other people. Here is a great technique if you don't know what to say. Like let's say you're just standing with people, right? Like you're at a party or something, right? And this happens a lot. Like maybe you pulled up to the table, right? And there's like, you're waiting in line and like the other person kind of looks at you. Maybe they want to say something or you want to say something to them because it's a party, right? You're supposed to socialize, you're supposed to say stuff to people. You're not supposed to just be quiet and staring at stuff the entire time. That makes you look weird. So you got to say something, right? So my strategy is to find something that I think is like themed about like what they're wearing and bring it up in conversation. And wristwatches or like jewelry is usually like a really safe bet. Most people will want to talk about like something that they're wearing because they're usually really passionate about it. People love to talk about watches. They usually have a story with a watch. A watch usually comes with a story, so that's a good thing to bring up in conversation. If they're wearing like a fan t-shirt for some sort of fandom, or perhaps like a sports thing, even though I don't want to have a sports conversation, you can bring up like that sports thing and just be like, oh, so you like that team. Oh, cool, right? Like that's a great way to start a conversation with somebody. And failing all of that, the fucking like ace in the hole for every conversation starter, the weather. I'm not joking. I know that seems like a joke because my name is Rain, but I'm not even kidding. Like everybody has something that they can say about the weather that sucks and we all agree about it, right? Like, oh God, can you believe it was raining so much last week? Oh, I know. Like I couldn't even get out right? Like everybody has something to say about the weather. No matter what, if you just bring up something generally related to the recent weather, somebody will have something to say back to it. I guarantee you. Everybody has a generalized opinion about the weather that isn't offensive because we all deal with it. Making it hail on someone sounds like you're throwing ice cubes at them. I know, it doesn't sound like a pleasant experience. Ironically, I relate to Maddie for not going to parties. Yeah, no, I mean, like, eventually you'll find yourself in that social situation. So hopefully some of the stuff that I brought up helps you out. I've never actually been to a real party. Family ones just don't count. Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, because you're already, like, very familiar with that, like, obviously, well, I'm going to say it's a social group, but it's, like, it's not, right? But, like, you're already familiar with all those folks, right? Like, yeah, I understand not counting that. I always wanted to be at home with my online manga and games. Yeah, and I can understand that, too. Like, I'm talking more about, like, at some point, though, right? You're going to work, and for work, there's going to be X, Y, Z event, and it would be really bad for you to not show up. Perhaps maybe you're even getting a gift or an award, so, like, not showing up would be even worse, right? Like, there's going to be a time or a place in your life where you have to show up to some kind of social event, and I'm hoping those tips help you out there. Yeah, just here's the thing. The best thing you could ever do, because most people who are extroverts love to do this, get them talking about stuff they like. And it makes you seem like you actually genuinely care about them. And you possibly will, especially if you don't have anything to say. Just keep asking them questions about the thing that they're talking about. Keep them talking. Just keep them talking. If they like to talk, keep them talking. That's the best thing you can do as an introvert. Just sit there, nod your head, and ask a relevant follow-up question to keep the conversation going. And you really don't need to expend that much social energy to do it. And this is just like one of the strategies that I've picked up on, right? Like, and I could just sit there and nod along to somebody talking to me, right? And I don't have to spend a lot of energy. I don't have to, like, engage with it, like, super detailed. I just need to pay attention enough to keep up with the conversation and ask a relevant follow-up question that's to my interest, I guess. And it will make you seem like you genuinely are interested, though. It really does. It really does. It works so great. And you like, here's the thing, too. You never know what people are going to bring up, too. You might bring up some one random weird thing. You get talking, or they start talking about something, then all of a sudden they start talking about something you actually care about. That's awesome. Then you're just genuinely having a really good time. So it can be a good thing to do this. I go by Alvi now. I used to be Amy. All right, I'm going to do my best. Same with Escape. It's probably going to take me away to... take me away. Oh my god, because I was reading Floating Away today, which was Escape's old, what is Escape's new, oh my god, now I'm all like, okay, so it's gonna take me a little bit to get used to new names, so just be forgiving there, because, like, obviously I'm already, like, my brain is glitching out over it, but I will do my best. I love your new name. Casual conversations where I live always start with, how is it going? Good, and you? Good, thanks. And then you talk about whatever. Yes. And if you're stuck on the, but I don't know what to talk about after that point, find something that they are interested in or are wearing that seems interesting and ask them about that. Ask them what they do for a living. Ask them what their favorite thing to do after work is, right? Those are general, open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are the best to ask. Don't ask a closed-ended question. That's my other tip. There's my other introvert pretending to be an extrovert tip, right? Don't ask a closed-ended question, right? Like, closed-ended questions can be answered with a yes or a no, and it shuts down the course of a conversation and forces you to ask a follow-up question. That's bad. That just makes you seem like you don't know how to talk to people, because now you're just, like, asking them questions like this is a job interview. That's not a conversation, right? So avoid closed-ended questions. And if you don't know what a closed-ended question is, I'll give you an example of one, right? Did you go to the mall today? No. And that's it. I don't have to say anything else to you, right? If I don't want to respond further, I've just completely shut down your entire conversation. Now, Oh, you've been to the mall recently. How was that trip? I can't just say no to that. What am I going to say? No? Right? If I say no, now I'm the rude one. Now I'm the one, right? So I have to be like, oh, well, you know, it was a good trip. I didn't really do that much, right? And it wasn't too much to talk about, right? But I have to say something other than yes or no. It forces me to reply in a manner that is more conversational. Glitch, welcome to the stream. Who are you to tell me I shouldn't interrogate people as a conversation? Hey, listen, like, if it's working for you, more power to you. Some people like that, you know? Not me. Don't put Rainy in the hot seat. I'm good. If you can answer a yes or no to that question, don't ask it. Maddie, you have hit the nail on the head, as always. Yes. So, like, you know, it's like, do you like ice cream? No. Do you like cookies? No. What kind of cookies do you like? Oh, I'm not really a big fan of cookies. I prefer pie. Well, there you go. Now you know how to segue the conversation, right? Because they gave you a clue inadvertently, right? Because now you can be like, oh, pie, I love pie. What kind of pies are your favorite pies? Oh, I love apple pie. I love pecan pie. Oh, I can talk to you. I just went down to this farm stand the other day, and I found the most delicious pecan pie. I swear, I could have bought like 5 of those. Right? You just got to get people talking about the right thing, and they'll open up like a flower to you, right? But like, if you just sit there with a yes or no, right? They could just literally say no to every question. Like, and if you strike out like 3 or 4 times, that's when it starts feeling awkward between you two. Like, you can feel the tension building up, right? Because you're like, oh God, I'm fucking this up. They really hate everything I've asked them so far, right? And like, even if the other person isn't feeling that way about it, right? Like, your own emotions like impact how a conversation can go, you know? So try not to freak yourself out. I don't know if anybody's here has ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't panic. Don't panic. If you panic, people can tell you're panicking. It's on your face. Like, you wear it on your... Panic is like the easiest emotion to see on anybody's face. The second you start freaking out, people know, right? Like, and it just makes everything instantly more awkward. Don't panic. It's fine. Even if you screw something up, just do what I do on live stream. Just own it. Just laugh it off a little. Just be like, whoopsie me. Oopsie daisy. Whoopsie me. Spill. Oh, I'm such a klutz. Oh, look at me. I'm always a hot mess. Spilling, making a mess everywhere, right? Just like own it a little, laugh with them, and just roll over it instead of just being like freaking out. Don't freak out. Like, freaking out's the worst thing you can do. If you're gonna freak out, go to the bathroom for 5 minutes, cry it off in like the stall, right? Have your panic attack in the bathroom for 5 minutes, then go out there and pretend nothing bad happened. I've done that before. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Oh, I can't believe I dropped that glass and it just splattered everywhere all over the floor, right? And then you go out there and just be like, oh, silly me. Whoopsie me. That was rather silly of me now, wasn't it? Right? Like, if you've got to do that, that's fine. That's valid. But don't panic. Don't panic in front of everybody. There's no need for that. What happened to my membership? I don't like gray. I know, like, the memberships have been glitchy today, though. To use your name, Glitch. They've been really glitchy today. So, Escape, which is now floating away today, sent in some, and I just still don't think they've even processed those. The pro tip of all conversations is to keep someone talking by asking expanding questions. That is actually a really good point. And also, like, try to remember with them what's in it for you and what's in it for them. Try to remember those two perspectives. When you're talking to somebody, what are you getting out of the conversation? If you're in a social setting, right, it's to like casually talk about fun things, right? So just remember that's what's in it for them. That helps you kind of like dictate the tone of the conversation and what type of expanding questions to ask. Sometimes I come off as blunt when giving my thoughts or opinions, so I'd rather stay silent and listen because I'd rather get to know that person instead. That's valid, but also don't be afraid to express your opinions, even if you feel they're kind of opinionated. One of the things that I often do to like take the edge off of things where I feel like I may have like come across a little strongly on something is just to go, well, you know, but hey, that's just my opinion on it, right? Like, that's just my 2 cents, right? Like, that's just my thoughts and feelings on it, right? Just remind people that they don't have to agree with you on that opinion, and that's just what you think. That's just my thoughts on it. You don't even have to agree with me, right? You can have a completely different take on this entire topic, and I'm totally fine with that, right? Because that's just my thoughts. I just don't like it. And it's valid to not like things sometimes. And sometimes people will say, you'll say things like that, and you know what will happen more often than not? They'll be like, you know what? Yeah, actually, you bring up a good point about that. That is bullshit, right? Like, there's more often than not, like, sometimes people are waiting for somebody else to be the one to speak up about how shitty something is, right? Because people like to do that. We like to bandwagon on stuff, right? Like, maybe they think it's shitty too, and they just didn't have the courage to be the one to bring it up, and then you brought it up, right? And they're like, hell yeah, preach, sister, hell yeah, you know, like, that's how it happens. People like to talk about their interest. I agree. Yeah, if you can get them talking about their interests, they'll keep talking forever. I'm an introvert, but I know how to start a conversation because I once read a book on how to start a conversation when interrogating somebody. Oh, that's lovely. Well, I mean, but it kind of works, right? Like, I mean, if it works for the police, right? I guess if it works for those investigators. I talk without a thing if I want to. Wait. I talk without thinking. If I think what I say, I freeze up. I think that's what you're trying to say there. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was me this weekend. I absolutely made a mistake, and possibly in front of cameras, and I just sat on the floor where I fell and laughed before picking myself up. And the person who might see that, right, is going to look at that, see that you laughed at yourself. They're probably going to giggle a little bit too, and they're going to be like, oh, they took it as a good, like, in good spirit, right? Like, they were a good sport about it, right? It sucks, but these things happen, right? How many times have you walked outside and just slipped on something, right? And you fell over and, like, whoops, that sucks. We've all done it, right? It's fine. You're not the only person in the world who's ever done something and screwed it up and embarrassed yourself a little. It's fine. Anna, welcome. I was talking about you earlier. Thank you, by the way, for letting me vent a little bit last night. I really appreciate that. It looks like the connection got a little bit better. The snow is still coming down pretty hard. I'm glad that it's holding out, though. There should be memberships waiting. I know. I don't know why it's not working, though. YouTube is rather inconsistent. Yeah, I know. And that's why it sucks. But I was just like, here's the thing. Like, sometimes, like, the super chats, like, they're overall better. But the problem is, and I've thought about this before, too, but this doesn't work. So this was something I thought about, Gambit, because, like, I was be like, oh, yeah, we'll just send it over, like, a super chat, and I'll just use that super chat money, and I'll just buy memberships for the chat, right? I can't buy memberships for my own chat. I can't buy gifted memberships for you all. I can't do it. I don't know why I'm not allowed to do that, but, like, I thought about that too. Like, where if that happens, I'd be like, oh, Gombic, just send me, like, I don't know, like, whatever that was in a super chat, and I'll take care of it, right? And it's like, I can't even do that. So it's like, that's not even a valid workaround. From my experience, only listening makes it hard for people to connect to you. Something I've been learning. There is a balance to it. So you do have to add a certain amount of weight to a conversation. Just asking follow-up question after follow-up question is not going to be sustainable for that conversation. So what you really want to do is when you get them talking about, because you're the introvert in this situation, I'm going to assume that you're using using these strategies because you have trouble with conversations, right? Try to think of a follow-up topic that's like somewhat related to what you were talking about that you can add to. And then when they're finished talking, if they ask you something, you've kind of got a couple of ideas in your head where to go next. And it's okay to sometimes just add something and wait for them to ask the follow-up question. Oh, Glitch, thank you so much for the membership. Everybody, head pats in the chat for Glitch. Thank you so much, cutie pie. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was talking about like some of the plans that I've been doing and like some of the stuff I've been working on for the past 6 weeks. Like this kind of stuff is really helpful. So I really, really appreciate it, especially because I am going to try to hire an editor to do 1 video a month for me, ideally. So like this kind of stuff really helps with that. So thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Where did I put bottle? I am thirsty today. Oh, I finally got sleep tracking. I've been tracking my sleep for the past 2 nights. All right. So in the past 2 nights of sleep, how many hours of sleep do you think I got? Honestly, how many hours of sleep do you think I've gotten the past 2 nights? Because now I actually have the data to support this. I'll get screenshots for it later when I get more of it. 10 in total. 6? Okay, so it's a little bit more than 6. But it's less than 10. This is about 8 hours of sleep. So across the past 2 nights, even though I've slept 3 times already, I still have only gotten about 8 hours of sleep in the past 2 nights. So that means on average, I'm sleeping about 4 hours a day, roughly, even though I sleep multiple like sleep periods. That's how it's like, the math is averaging out already. Even though I sleep twice a day and try to sleep like 4-hour increments. Well, ideally, I'd like to just sleep 8 hours straight through or like 6 hours straight through. That never happens. I wake up apparently after 3 hours. I thought it was 4. But apparently it's 3 hours and maybe I just lay in bed longer than I think I do or something. But like, yeah, no, apparently it's like only 3 hours of sleep, then I wake up. It sucks so bad. But now I have something to like really go over the doctor with and show them specifically and be like, look at this. This is not normal, right? Like I shouldn't be like sleeping 3 hours randomly in the middle of the night and like 3 hours randomly in the afternoon and never consistently getting like 6 to 8 hours of sleep, right? Like this is weird, right? So there's a reason for it. Like I'm aware of the issue. I'm trying to fix it. The real question is, and I asked myself this recently, is how the hell do I have this much energy and I get all this shit done with as little sleep as I get? Like, I really, like, because somebody asked me that question, and the reason I'm asking it now is because I actually didn't have an answer for them. I'm like, I don't know. It just feels fine to me. Like, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I feel really bad. Like, I do feel really bad when I wake up sometimes like this. But once I get over that bad feeling, it's just like business as usual, right? Like, I'm just like, I'm going, I'm here. I'm here, it's here, we're here. We're queer. Let's get it done. Rainy, we need to do P.O. boxes on my to-do list. Promise. I think I found a place to get it that's reasonably close to me. The problem is I didn't want to get a P.O. box, and then, like, I never go to the P.O. box because it's, like, inconvenient for me to go there. But I think I found a place where I can set up the P.O. box, and I can reasonably check it, like, once a week. So I'm supposed to be on sleep medication right now. I'm just going to be real with you. I just simply can't afford it. I can't afford the sleep medication that got prescribed to me, so I can't take it yet. I'm going to go out to the store later tonight or tomorrow and buy some over-the-counter stuff that got recommended to me by my doctor. But aside from that, I can't actually take the sleeping medication that she wants me to take, because I can't afford the bottle of pills, which really sucks. Which is also the other reason why I put the little shop thing in the bottom, like, left corner of the screen. So, like, it helps out with that, too. I know. It's, like, if I lived in any other country, even at full price, I would have been able to afford this. But because I live here, it's astronomically, like, doesn't even make sense why the pills, like, cost this much money. There's no way it costs hundreds and hundreds of dollars into manufacturing costs to make this medicine. I just don't believe it. Not hundreds. Maybe dozens of dollars, right? But not hundreds of dollars. I don't believe it. I think it's just greed. My sleep tracer once told me that in my EEP, my heart rate went to 189. You might have been having either a night terror or a nightmare and you just don't recall it. I actually have, like, a really low heart rate. My heart rate, like, resting heart rate is, like, around 48, I think. My doctor asked me before if I used to be an athlete. I was like, no. I just used to exercise a lot, and I was in the military. And she's like, you got a really good heart. I'm like, yay. That's good. Good to know I've got a nice, good, strong, healthy heart. Because, like, I'm not in the best shape anymore. That's why she said that. She's just like, wow, you've got a really good resting heart rate. Because, like, I'm a little overweight. That's, I guess, atypical. Like, usually your body has to work harder the more weight you gain, but mine doesn't because it's already really strong. Now, it's still not healthy, right? Like, that's why I'm on a diet and I'm trying to lose weight, right? And, like, doing all this, like, healthy stuff, right? And trying to get better. But it's good to know that, like, at least with the little bit of weight I've gained, it's not having too much of an impact on my heart or, like, on my overall health. Like, it's recoverable. Maybe Rain learned the ninja technique to put half of her brain to sleep. I mean, that it was bold of you to assume that it was only half of my brain being asleep. It's more like 99% of my brain is asleep at all times. How do you think I scuff the fuck out of everything? I mean, come on. Rainy's asleep at the wheel. There ain't no driver here. I'm running on autopilot. Has anybody ever seen the movie Click? With Adam Sandler? They had a scene in the movie where he turns on autopilot and it, like, fast forwards through the parts of his life that he didn't want to live anymore. That's kind of sad. Also, like, used to make me feel a certain kind of way about how I used to live my life. Anyways. Tenno, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you, cutie. Rainy, insulin over here in some places is free. In the US, a box is like $300. I know, insulin is ridiculously overpriced, and it's unfair, and it's like, honestly, it should just be illegal to charge that much for insulin. My mom has diabetes. It's like, it's ridiculous, right? Like, that's like medication you're required to take for the rest of your life. Like, there's not an option for you. You need that to live. It shouldn't cost that much money. Rain is always on the wheels. I can't wait to start filming more so I can actually get the documentary done. That's the other reason I'm ordering the mount for my wheelchair, so I can film a little bit. Yeah, he misses the entire life. One thing I can say confidently, and that is birth here is free. Well, that's good. I mean, that's just a basic thing, right? Like, I think, like, really basic, like, human things shouldn't cost, like, honestly, healthcare should be a right. Just existing should guarantee you, like, with where we are, right? Like, it wasn't always true for our species, but with where we're at now, it's just great. It's just great. It should just be a right. Like, we have it, we make it. It's common enough for everybody to be able to get some. So like, the only reason we're holding out is because we want to make money on it. That doesn't seem right to me. Just let people have the medicine. Right? Like, wouldn't it be better if we were just all healthy? Maybe we'd get more work done. Maybe we can all make more money if we were just more healthy all the time. Huh? Has anybody ever stopped to think about that concept for 5 minutes? Nope. We're all about the here and now, though. Gotta make that money this minute. Who cares about them? We'll just get a new body. We'll replace them. Free healthcare? American head explodes. I know. This is what I'm talking about, though, Kat. And, like, you understand. Like, you understand my frustrations with, like, the disability system, how long I've been waiting. Like, and it's so unfair because, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, while I'm waiting for some government clerk to, like, finally come across my paperwork and give me a chance to plead my case, right? Ridiculous. Like, this should have been done a year ago. Sorry, I still got a little bit of a cough. Well, we kind of have public and free and market healthcare. I mean, like, but that's fine. Like, if you want additional healthcare coverage, that should be an option. It's not something that should be a requirement, right? That's like getting, like, extra insurance, right? Like, if you want to buy life insurance, right? Like, kind of on you, right? To make sure that you have that life insurance you need. I'm glad that my life has slowed down since I'm more myself. So I'm more myself, but my life seems to keep getting busier. That's not necessarily a bad thing. That's actually a good thing, but it's a lot for me to deal with sometimes. And especially being disabled and dealing with chronic pain and, like, the issues that I deal with. It can be a lot sometimes. That's also why I mentioned earlier in the stream, I'm going to try to normalize, like, I jokingly brought it up as the water cycle, right? But, like, We'll call it the rain cycle, right? But, like, I think I need to normalize, like, that I take breaks a little bit more frequently than other live streamers and other YouTubers, just so that, like, I can do it in healthier ways. You sound like you don't like capitalism and the corporate state. I don't know what would ever give you any of that idea. I hate capitalism. Unfortunately, I know a lot about it. I know the ins and outs of surviving in this horrible system, right? So don't ever mistake my knowledge on, like, trading and, like, finance and all of that other stuff as an endorsement for it. But it's like, realistically, the country that I live in is a capitalist country first and foremost. Like, if you don't understand capitalism, that's kind of a problem for you here. You need to know why, right? And you need to understand why, at least why the other person has a profit motive for screwing you as bad as they do, right? At the minimum, you need to understand why they do it. It will help save you a ton of grief. Oh, goodness. All right, you know what? Give me a second. I'm going to take a break for a second. Grab some more water. I'll be right back.
At Floating Away Today, Super Head patted $4.30.
Yo, Escape, I was literally just sitting down in my chair when that happened. Everybody, head pats in the chat for Floating Away Today. I'm sorry, like I said, it's gonna take me a little bit to get used to the new name. Everybody, head pats in the chat for Floating Away Today, formerly known as Escape. Head pats for them. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. It's gonna take me a minute to get used to it. It's because I get used to the avatars. So like I associate names with avatars. So like when I see the avatar, I just jump to the name automatically. Or I'm also like Ron Burgundy and I just read exactly what's on my screen. You tried to be sneaky, but I was a little too quick for you. Walmart also lost $1 billion after they tried being here. They also got sued. Good. I hate Walmart, and I hate the Walton family too. Holy shit. I remember when Walmart like moved in, like when I was growing up, and I've always lived in like a very rural like part of like, even like where I live, like in the state that I live in, right? Even though like there are parts of my state that are extremely populated, but like in the millions, right? Where
At
I live.
Floating Away Today, Super Head patted 86 cents. You can call me Scape still if you want.
Aw, okay, alright, that's gonna make things much easier. I'm just trying to be respectful of your name change. But if I could still call you Escape, I'm still gonna call you Escape because I like it, because you are the GOAT. You really are. You are. It's so true. But that'll be just between me and you. More head pats in the chat for Escape or Floating Away today, or like whatever you want to call them, because they're being super cute and flexible about it. Every little bit helps, especially since I'm about to go and try to hire an editor. These two specific contributions are going to be going directly to that. So I appreciate it, cutie. Thank you. I do need the help. Oh, I was talking about like what Walmart did when, sorry, it took me a second to get back on my train of thought again. So what happened is, like, when I was growing up, like, we had the Walmart move into like our little rural area, right? And when I was little, like, that was like kind of an exciting thing. And I actually remember everybody in the town like being kind of like excited about it, because we're like, wow, we're finally getting a Walmart. That's amazing, right? And it was like kind of amazing at first because like we had never had access to like that kind of like variety before, right? Like when we had to shop, like I remember when I grew up, there was a department store. And it was a old-fashioned department store. It was privately owned. Okay, it was a mom and pop owner. It was like kind of like a big warehouse with some shelves on it, right? And it was kind of sort of decorated, right? But like we didn't have a Target, we didn't have a Walmart, we didn't have like a big box retailer. That was the big box retailer, and it was just a local like big store that happened to carry lots of different stuff. But if they didn't have it on their shelf, you didn't get it. You couldn't buy it. It just didn't exist for you, right? Like, that's how it used to be when I was growing up. So getting the Walmart was kind of exciting for everybody, because now we have access to all sorts of stuff that we just never did before. We didn't realize how bad it was until we started noticing that, like, a lot of the smaller businesses in the area started closing. And this was the first thing that I noticed growing up, was because the Walmart sold pets. The Walmart that opened up in our area had a pets department, and they were doing all the same small pets that our local like little like pet store was doing. They had to go out of business. They couldn't sell hamsters anymore. And that was like their bread and butter for that pet store, right? Like they like, I guess the owner said they weren't really making money on cat and pet adoptions, like, and stuff like that, right? Like they weren't making money selling that because people don't get that very frequently. They get small rodents more frequently. And they'd rather just get them at Walmart because the rodents are cheaper, right? Like, so that's a problem. And that pet store closed and never opened again. Never opened again. A lot of our local grocery stores in the area closed and never opened again because Walmart was just cheaper. That happened a lot, and you don't notice it at first because it happens slowly over time, but that Walmart like takes over everything. And if you're looking for like a more broad point, because this is only my anecdotal experience with it, but I really recommend that you watch the documentary. What is it? What's the name of that thing? Like, it's that like Walmart is Evil documentary. I can't remember it. What the hell is it? What's the name of it? Oh, no. I can't be dropping the ball on it like this. Come on, Rain. What the hell is the name of the Walmart documentary? Oh, it has such a good name, too. All right. Give me a minute on that one. I'll think of it. But it's a really good documentary. I'm sure if you just look up Walmart documentary, you'll find it. I think the subtitle was the high cost to low prices or something like that. Why can't I remember the name of this documentary? Like, oh, it was the high cost of low price. Okay, all right. I was like, I gotta be on the right track there. It's really good. It's really good. It's really good. I mean, and like, I can, like, the reason that, like, that documentary was the reason why I finally, like, kind of woke up to, like, corporate greed for the first time. Because, like, I lived through that. And, like, I remember these stores closing growing up, right? But it's not like it was an alarming thing. Like, because one, I was a child, right? And two, it's just something that you thought just kind of happened. It's like, well, that sucks. The pet store closed. Oh, that sucks. The grocery store closed, right? You don't put two and two together until the information's kind of presented to you in a way like that. So like for me, that was like the very first time I watched a documentary and I was like, what the hell is up with like this corporate greed? This is evil. I hate this. Well, it wasn't a problem, peeps, when like your local big box retailer was owned by the people who lived in your town, right? Like it was fine when the A Mart was owned by like the Adams family, right? Like that's why it's called A Mart, right? It was fine when it was like still supporting the local economy, right? But like every dollar you spend in Walmart goes to Walmart corporate. It doesn't go back to funding the things that go into your local city. Like, and I love Target, don't get me wrong, but like that's the same problem with Target. That's the same problem with like any big retailer that you shop at, right? Every time you spend $1 in one of these like big retail stores, right? And even like, I'm only speaking specifically to like America on this one, right? But even the grocery stores you're going to, right? If that is a chained grocery store, you're doing the same thing. It's a regional grocery store, but think about how far that region is, because like the grocery stores in my region span several states. And you could argue, well, it's the local state economy, but like, does that really affect you? Really? Like fundamentally on the city level, on the town level? Like if you're a rural country bumpkin like me, does spending your money at Walmart you ever think you're going to see that money come back? But when I spend it at the local gas station that's owned by the guy that lives in the same town as me, I know that like the money I'm spending there is helping him pay his bills. He's going to pay his mortgage with that money, right? I'm directly benefiting somebody in my own backyard when I make those decisions. That's why buy local and shop local is such a good thing. And it's also why some of the content that's going to be coming out on the channel in the future, I'm working on it, is going to be consumer advocacy based. I really want to get more into consumer advocacy content. I've always been a huge fan of Louis Rossmann. Now, I'm not going to try to copy Louis Rossmann, right? Because, well, one, I'm a cat girl VTuber, right? And also being angry is not really my vibe. Like, I get angry sometimes, right? But, like, Louis Rossmann's got his own thing going on. What I want to do, though, is I do want to talk about the things that impact me, that I feel are good, and especially being, like, an open source, like, somebody who does all their artwork in open source, and a lot of my channels are focused on, like, open source. Like, everything I do, I try to do in an open source application as much as possible, right? I just feel like consumer advocacy is something that like would be like really good topics to bring up. I'm very passionate about it naturally. So it's just something that I feel like I want to do more of in the future. And I also want to start talking more about like my experience now that I've also like successfully completed at least a year of my transition already. And I do have like really good friends that I also turn to advice that are also now content creators like Leon. I'm going to start bringing them onto the streams too. And you're going to see more of those topics coming out because I think there really will be helpful to have as many perspectives on these things as possible. Even if some of the perspectives are a little bit similar, some of the points can be kind of nuanced, and it's good to just have more conversations about these types of things. Right? Like, even if you've got kind of like the same-ish stuff to say, you might bring up a better point over someone else, or someone else might bring up a better point than you do. So it's like, it's still good to have both sides of that conversation, even if you're talking about similar things. Do you prefer big city of town life or town life? Local shops exist here, but they sell more like veggie and meat, so milk and honey, but no candy or stuff like that. Though local bakeries are everywhere. I would love to come to Germany and get kind of a taste for it. Just kind of see how you all like really set things up. I prefer living out, honestly, in the middle of nowhere. I live in the middle of nowhere currently. When I like look out my windows, I can see a forest and I can see mountains. And I have neighbors, right? I do live in like a little neighborhood, but I also like live on a dead-end street where nobody ever like drives here. I know all of my neighbors' cars. I know all of my neighbors. I know all of them, what they look like, what cars they drive. I have a photographic memory too, so like that was really helpful for that, right? But I've met all of them. They know me, right? Like, so like that makes me feel very comfortable too, because like I don't want to say I'm like paranoid, but right, like I was in the military, right? Like, the reason I like living out in the country is because there's not like a lot of random bullshit that just comes rolling down my street to like interrupt my day, right? Like I don't have to worry about like, oh, a group of people just parked randomly on my street and now they're like, what are they doing there? They're getting out of their car. Maybe they're just like hanging out, like talking on the sidewalk outside of my house for like half an hour, right? Like, even if they're not doing anything bad, then maybe that's just their loud conversation is being disruptive to me, right? Like, I prefer living out in the country. I prefer the neighbors that I have, right? Because they respect my privacy and they're nice people. So you want a video about why Walmart failed Germany? I'd be curious. Oh, another type of video that I'm probably gonna start doing. I started looking this up while I was talking to Anna last night, but I really want to do more historical content about trans, like, culture. I was shocked to find out that there are Roman, like, leaders that identified as female and did everything in their power to, like, try, like, the people that they had power over to, like, get them to call them domina and stuff. It's very interesting. So I thought it'd be fun to do a video about that and, like, kind of, like, let's take a look at, like, ancient trans culture, right? Like, it would be fun, and I think it'd be a fun topic video for Life of Reigning. Just kind of, like, taking a peek back in time, see what things were like. Even if it wasn't the best, right? Maybe that, like, could help with, like, some modern perspectives, too. I remember the quote that I was reading last night, too, and I'll rephrase it. So I'm going to paraphrase it because, like, it was a little bit more descriptive than what the way I'm about to phrase it, right? But this one particular person said that they would give any sum of gold that they could to a physician that could resculpt them in the way that they want to appear. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And I remember, like, sending that to Anna when we were talking about it last night. And she's like, I can totally relate. I'd do the same thing right now. It was great, though. So it's just, like, that's why I want to bring that up, though. It's, like, because, like, we could still relate to that. Even today, to this day, right? That same desire still exists in our culture. I don't know. I think it'd be a good positive video. The big stores here typically source most of their stuff locally. I think there are laws requiring that across Europe. I mean, that's makes sense though, right? Like, even if you are like a big box retailer, at least support the local economy, right? Like, I want to know that the goods that I'm buying came at least from, like, the area that I'm, like, at least living in. I know it's not reasonable to expect everything to come from your backyard. That's why importing is a good thing, right? That's why tariffs are a really bad thing, right? I think we all understand that, right? But if you can buy it locally and you're going to help the people that live in your own backyard, absolutely. Why wouldn't you do that, right? Like, I'm definitely always going to advocate for that. Yeah, I like living in the mountain too. Kat, you get it. You understand. We're country bumpkins. Honestly, like, I know my room is done up really cute, but like, let's say like I did get my dream to have a tiny home. It would be cabin themed. My room would be really cutesy still, and maybe my office, but the rest of it would be like kind of like almost hunting cabin-ish, but like more femme leaning, like more pink, a little more like colorful than that, but still like very like woodsy, natural, nature-ish. I like that. I like that. Look, I especially love dark wood, especially like dark oak, dark cherry. Oh God, I love it. I just love that. Especially like, ooh, like a nice red cherry that's like stained and shiny. Oh, I love that stuff. Anyways, so I very much would like a house like that, please. Yes, thank you. That would be really nice. Probably gonna have to wait a while still. Oh crap, do I still have the brake thing up? What the God damn it, Rain. You do this all the time. Now if I clip anything, now I'm gonna explain why, like, oh, getting some water is stuck over my head. And how much you want to bet somebody brought it up too, like 3 or 4 times, and I've just completely missed it because like I'm so focused on my own conversation. Fun fact, German beef is, how German beef is made, it would make it premium beef in the US since, it uses our burger, since Burger King uses it, it means our burgers, you would have, would call premium beef, and it's still often cheaper. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of like the meat grade system in our country. Like, I also feel like just grades in general are just often very misleading. Like, in our country, like, the word, like, genuine leather is actually, what it means is it's, like, the worst quality leather possible. But because it's called genuine leather, people, like, think it's, like, normal, regular leather. And it's not. It's, like, literally the cheapest, most awful crap you can get. So it's like, I think we really need to fix things like that. Like, we really need grading systems that actually make sense. Ready? You skip like every 3 word? I know. It's because I'm getting hungry and thirsty and a little tired. I might wrap the stream up soon. We've been going for 3 hours. It might be getting to that time. It's already 1:30. I haven't eaten yet. I'm getting hungry. I'm not me when I'm hungry, okay? I'm sorry. I can't read properly. Yeah, no wonder why you need to read. I really probably should eat some lunch soon. Starving. I ate, what did I have? For breakfast, I had 2 slices of toast with some butter. And then before the live stream, I ate, a banana, and I had a couple pieces of some cut up veggies from a leftover veggie platter. And did I eat anything else? No, that was it. That's all I've had today. So 2 slices of toast with butter, a banana, and some random vegetables. Yeah, I probably need to eat something a little more substantial than that. I'm shocked the live stream didn't go down. Oh, it finally stopped snowing too. I grew up in the city. When I moved here, the silence was so deafening. I had to have traffic recording playing on the radio by my bed so I could sleep. Yeah, so I understand what you mean by that because I have a similar thing. A lot of people who have seen my room and see my room at night, right? Like, They assume I turn all those lights off and stuff at night. I don't. I sleep with all those lights on. Actually, the whole point of having all those like bright purple lights on and like the pink LEDs is so I do not have to sleep in the dark. I was in the hospital for a while. The lights never really turn off. Like, even if they turn them off in your room, the glow of the hallway lights is so bright, it like shines through into your room. I am so used to sleeping like that. I actually can't sleep I don't want to sleep in the dark. I'm not even afraid to admit it. I'm afraid of sleeping in the dark. I do not want to sleep in the dark. The little purple like light is a projector light. The reason I bought it is so I could travel with it. So like if I have to go get a hotel room somewhere, I can just put that on the counter, plug it in, and just turn it on, and I still have a nightlight with me. That's like a nice, sparkly, relaxing galaxy thing that I can just project on the wall, and it doesn't bother anybody, right? And it plugs in via USB, and it's awesome, right? Like, I don't care. I don't care if anybody judges me. I don't care if anybody comes to the hotel room. It's like, why do you got that nightlight? It's like, fuck you. I need it. Okay? I've been through a lot, okay? Right? I need it, okay? It helps me sleep. Listen, I already don't get enough sleep, all right? This helps me get at least 3 hours of sleep. I'm gonna use it. And some people are like, well, maybe it's all the lights that you have on that. Trust me, no. Just having the lights off just like gives me more anxiety. I'm just gonna lay there in the pitch black and just be more anxious about it. It doesn't help, right? Turning the lights off this isn't a light issue, right? This isn't me like keeping like the videos on for too long. I have like a weird issue with insomnia, and I really do need like probably an actual sleep study at some point. This whole like sleep tracking thing I'm doing is a for now thing to get the ball rolling until I could afford a sleep study, so I can actually figure it out. Like that's the real end game there. But like for now, we'll try to do that. But that's not who I am now. I have lived here for 15 years now. I gotta say, I don't know if I want to move back to the city. I guess if I have to, I have to, but I like the mountain. I'm gonna be real, like, just on the other half of that, I still don't know if I'll ever give up the nightlight thing. I like it. I don't think I'm ever gonna change on that one. Fun fact here, many places call US bread cake, and here in Germany is often called mist. Wait, mist? Like the stuff in the sky mist? I like living in the suburbs. It's a nice mix. I mean, I can get into the suburbs, but it's a little noisy. I kind of like living out in the middle of nowhere. Even though it's inconvenient, even though like that also means, this is why I don't get out very much, because there's like no bus lines out here. I brought this up before on the live stream the other day, but it's like, even if I could walk, like let's say I could walk, I had the ability to walk, it would take me a 30-minute walk from my front door to get to the bus stop. Let's not even talk about doing that in a wheelchair, going up and down hills and shit. Like, it's not gonna happen. Oh, I see what you mean there, peeps. Okay, I get it now. I got blackout curtains because my neighbors have a spotlight pointed at my bedroom window. Oh my God, I'd be so pissed. I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, oh, I'd be all over that neighbor. I'd be like, can you like take the spotlight off my goddamn window? And like, listen, there isn't anything you could do to force them, but I'd be annoying them about it every single day. I am passive aggressive enough to do something like that. I'd knock on their door and be like, here's your daily reminder that you need to move your spotlight away from my window, please, and thank you. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. I know, like, a lot of people won't do stuff like that, like, and you probably shouldn't in most circumstances, right? This is one of the things about being in the Marine Corps, right? Like, you don't get that same level of, like, anxiety. Like, if something really pisses me off, I will say something to somebody about it. If it's wrong, I will speak up for somebody. I can't do it. It goes against the nature of my training. I can't ignore it. Like, it's a huge problem for me. I should ignore things sometimes. I don't. Like, I'm just being real about it, right? Like, some people will be like, that's great. I wish I was more. Like, it's not. Like, sometimes it gets you in trouble, right? Like, sometimes like, you really should just let things go, right? It's not your problem. Or even if it is your problem, it's not important. Like, it's not worth, like, making a problem out of. It's not worth making a mountain out of a molehill, right? As a neighbor, I get nervous about putting up solar-powered fairy lights in my deck. There is a neighbor that is just a line of view. Oh, yeah. I mean, you guys, like, and that's the thing. Try to be thoughtful about that kind of stuff. And here's the good thing, too. They actually, depending on the manufacturer, you can get, like, really good, like, specs online to see, like, what the shine radius and, like, how far that is actually gonna, like, be, like, impact. Because here's the thing. When you're, like, with light, you can see light at an extremely far distance away, but what is considered bothersome light depends on the proximity of that, and a lot of these data sheets online can tell you, like, how, like, far the intensity of that, like, beam is gonna be. So, like, there are things you can do there, but, like, the point I was making about, like, what Escape was saying is, like, yeah, don't just shine it right on somebody's window. That's so rude. I really want Miss Peeps and Miss Rain to experience my country. Really wonder what you think about. If I ever have the capacity to do that, I absolutely will. For this, like, to warm back up to traveling and to, like, well, first I need to warm up on, like, getting the confidence to, like, go out and figure out how to, like, kind of problem solve my own issues in my wheelchair. Then I'm going to graduate to doing some short, like, domestic trips on the train and doing some videos about that too. So this is all going to be content-based too. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm going to be saving up some of the super chats, to do stuff like that, because I'm going to film the entire thing. Who wants to watch a video called Rain on a Train? Or a video series called, Rain on a Train, right? Like, where we go somewhere, like a completely random place that's, like, off of a train station, and we just go and explore it for the day, and we find something cool, or maybe we just go eat there, right? Like, even if we just find, like, a cool restaurant to eat at, right? Like, I still think that's fun content. And it's travel, and it gives me a reason to do something other than be in my room all the time. The rain train. Rain on a Train, perfect, better than Elf on a Shelf. Yep, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of Rain on a Train? I think if I, so I have one, like, trip kind of planned out already. I want to make sure, like, all of that's still going to go through. I also want to go to Niagara Falls. I think that would be a really fun video to make. I haven't been to Niagara Falls since I was, like, really little, so that would be really fun for me. I think that'd be a good one to do. I think with it, like, getting close to, like, 2 p.m., I think I'm gonna wrap the live stream up here. I'm getting really hungry. All right, so before we go, I do want to just say a very special thank you to everybody who's been really supportive recently. I know I brought it up a million times already in this live stream, what my plans are for, like, the recent contributions and how I'm going to be trying to use them going forward. So from the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you. Thank you. I'm really hope that these plans and the content that's going to be coming out on the channels soon is going to be really good. And even if you only send in like a little bit, it really does go a long way for me. It really does help out. So thank you. But with all of that out of the way, thank you all so much for joining me for this live stream. And I hope everyone out there has a wonderful day.